You're getting Gucci glasses?
I saw some Gucci glasses that I might get. I've never bought anything Gucci in my whole life.
Yeah, I feel like you buying anything Gucci is one of the biggest contradictions of your life.
you gotta fix your speech impediment, bro. You gotta get out of that, man.
Get out of what?
You're telling on yourself, man.
What you talking about?
Every time you finna do something that is questionable, you hit the, you know what I'm saying? You're telling on yourself, man.
Me telling you that if you walk in my house with some Gucci glasses on, you're a hypocrite. It's not questionable.
What? I can't wear Gucci?
No, you can, bro. But you shit on niggas so much about designer this and that and how it's stupid.
I look,
and then you want to turn around and you want to wear the shit that you saying is stupid.
Now, time out. I didn't say I was gonna pay Gucci prices for it.
I don't care what you pay for.
Oh, then now you gotta listen to my argument. Then
all of that shit you went off on when you was trying to pull up some Holocaust shit, bro, and you gonna go support the very niggas that you say don't like niggas.
My argument about the insanity of buying Gucci has always been the price point. It hasn't been the style or the what color. I haven't said anything about how it looks.
No, I didn't say the style. I thought you meant what it represents and who the originators were.
I'm saying that whatever it could represent, because I don't think that Gucci represents that. I think it's a part of their history, but being a part of...
Stop. I'm finna stop you.
What?
And I'm finna stop you.
What?
Now, a couple of pods ago.
No,
nigga.
With them getting them vague. Well, 17 days ago.
I'm gonna tell you, actually 2 pods ago.
I said
you got on here you said niggas is crazy if they're supporting X, Y, and Z because of their past.
Who?
You.
Well, what was I saying? What?
It was LVNY, the whatever, but they're owned by the same house. And you said
LVNY. What's that? I don't even know.
Louis Vuitton, nigga. And you said.
Yeah.
And you said,
yeah,
niggas are crazy if they support that because of their past.
Because of Louis Vuitton's past.
Yes.
What's Louis Vuitton past?
You told me it was the Holocaust. They were Nazi supporters. Those were your words. You Googled it actually. I'm
gonna say I Googled it and it said that they were Nazi supporters, right?
So now
now I'm saying this.
Now you're saying you're gonna support it.
No, I'm saying that was one of my points, but my main point has always been the price point, that this product doesn't have the price point that is like literally it's just a crazy price point for a belt or for a shirt or for whatever, right? And so the allure of certain things is the perceived value of it, and the perceived value of a Mercedes-Benz or some Gucci's or some Yeezys drives the price to be way out of the normal realm for the same product that does the same thing.
You know what's funny right now?
What?
And I'm not even gonna argue with you.
What?
You just made up a whole bunch of bullshit. You said a whole lot of nothing, bro.
How so?
Because that wasn't your argument.
That was my argument.
No, that was not your
argument. My argument was not that the price is crazy.
You 100% was going off about how... Now that is correct. You did speak about the price point.
And I went and looked it up, and then I saw that on top of that.
100% was going off about the Nazi lineage.
Okay, they're Nazis. Fuck them.
And you said you're crazy if you support that portion.
You're gonna have to pull up receipts, man.
We can pull up receipts. It's there.
You have to do it because
it's 100% there.
You just coming out and saying, man, you said
it was you, me, and K Cooks.
Okay, well, I'll go back and listen to it, man.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Anyway, I might buy me some Gucci glasses. I seen a spot. They at the very stupid price of under $20.
You're about to experience a nigga moment.
All right. What you saw?
Of under $20. So I'm like, you know what, man? These are kind of nice.
Time out. You found Gucci glasses.
Gucci.
Under $20.
Under $20.
Under $20.
Under $20.
My friend, those aren't Gucci glasses.
It didn't matter to me.
Those are Uchis.
It does not matter to me.
Coochies.
You think I'm gonna be like, somebody say, "Oh, you have to pay Gucci"? I'm gonna be like, they real. I paid $1,500 for them.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Why would you just not go buy some glasses that you like? Or are you saying you like them? That's why you're buying them. They just happen to be fake.
Exactly. I just happened to be there and I saw them. I was like, them Gucci. Well, they say Gucci on them.
Were you near Hardwood?
No. I was way away. I was in Sugar Land.
Oh. Was it a resale shop?
No, it's a gas station.
Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
At a gas station, man.
I know for a fact they didn't say Gucci, bro. You just miss.
They 100%.
They did not say Gucci. They said like Smoochie, and you saw the Uchi portion and thought it was Gucci.
Are these the Ray-Bans? My Ray-Bans is from the same gas station.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah, man. Nobody's ever stopped me and been like, "Hey, man, are those real Ray-Bans?"
Ray-Bans are cheap enough where you can go to Sunglass Hut and get you some real Ray-Bans.
How much they cost?
You can probably get you some real Ray-Bans for like, $120.
See, $15.99.
Yeah, but like, what happened if the lens break? You can't send it back to Ray-Ban.
If the lens break, I'll pay $15 more to get a whole nother pair, man.
Or like, you buy fake Oakleys, bro. You don't get the fire lenses.
Look, am I going to go skateboarding these hoes? Am I going to go, skydiving in these things? No, I'm going to wear these on the way to work when the sun comes out.
I ain't gonna lie to you, my Oakleys are kind of fire, bro. The lens just got some shit on them, and it's fire, bro.
Does it make you run faster?
It makes me see better. Yeah.
You sure it makes you see better?
100%. Oh, it definitely makes me see better. Yeah, I'm blind as fuck.
To my prescription Oakleys.
Yeah, nigga.
Oh, okay. I'm talking. I don't wear glasses.
Oh,
I'm talking about shades.
Yeah. They got like some anti-glare shit, some other type shit. The nigga shit be vivid and colorful, and I'd be like, damn, I ain't see that. I'm talking about yesterday, but I saw it today. The most classic pair of glasses are the classic blacks. Something like this, but not these, but kind of, everything went, what happened to say, man, you hating on I'm shining like that, looking like a star with my DMX chain on, and what's the name of this podcast?
Now, let's begin the story.
That time, motherfuckers. Dub down, motherfuckers.
H-Town's finest 16 Shots Podcast.
I'm lightning with the blam blam.
Yes. It is us. It is the 16 Shots Podcast with Young James Boogie and AR Dub.
Tell me how you took, and I'm gonna tell you what I meant.
And it is the return of the Boogie and Dub cam. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man. We had the great engineer Dub did some upgrading, so I'm not sitting out in the lobby on the lobby camera no more. I'm in the
I can cut the lobby camera on.
We don't want the lobby camera, bro.
You sure?
I'm positive, man.
Positive?
It look like one of them hidden camera shows where dude.
You can see it a little bit right there.
Yeah. But like one of them hidden camera shows where I'm looking like, man, and then like somebody come out in the ape suit or some shit.
So, and you know what's funny about the Boogie and Dub camera?
What's that?
So normally we would be in the same area, sharing the same video feed, but until I can pause.
Okay.
But until I can figure out the setup where I can engineer and record it and be the talent.
Yeah.
That's what birthed the Boogie and Dub cam.
And so you really like see, okay. Can you give yourself applause for that, bro? What I was gonna say is yeah, man. I think man. Yeah.
Man, shout out to the fall, bro. I don't know what I don't know what your favorite time of year is, but I'll tell you and our audience my favorite time of year.
What's your favorite time of year, bro?
Bro, it's going into the fall, man. Let me tell you something, bro. When you go to HEB or the grocery store in your area, or you go to Starbucks, and when the pumpkin spice latte falls out, hey, you already know it's the best time of the year, man. When the pumpkin spice latte come out, you know what comes out after that? Oktoberfest beer, bro. And you know what that means. Once the Oktoberfest beer starts flowing, hey, that means my favorite holiday of the year, Halloween, is around the corner. You know what I'm talking about? Texas Renaissance Fest is there.
I feel like you just went through all the stages of like, first I was like, man, he's saying some real big nigga shit right now. You know what I'm saying? But then I was like,
Pumpkin spice latte.
like, yeah, because you should like, you named a bunch of places to get food. And I was like, damn, man. Because I have big nigga tendencies too when it comes to food. So that's why I was keeping it to myself. But then when you came with the Oktoberfest, now you sound like an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? I was like, he's sounding pretty alcoholic, man. His favorite time of the year. When
You don't like Oktoberfest beer?
No.
That's one of my bucket list situations to go like to Germany, you know what I'm talking about, and hit
Drink
up like
warm beer?
real Oktoberfest, bro. Hell yeah. Oktoberfest.
That would be cool. What, I mean, let me know, man.
And that's why I'm going to Renaissance Fest, bro.
I don't like, man, because that's too many white girls.
You don't fuck with the Texas Renaissance Festival, bro?
That's-
You don't like Renaissance?
I like Renaissance, but like you put me around that much snow, man, and you know.
I thought you liked the snow bunnies.
That's what I'm saying.
Not that you out there in these streets. I'm just saying, you know.
I don't have any preference of the
No preference of the bitches. Gotcha.
of the type of young lady that I would involve myself with, but you know, we tend to get in trouble around the snow bunnies. I'm talking about us. You know, they tend to be, you know, either you go too far or
you don't go far enough.
Or you don't go far enough, man.
Yeah,
and they're
man.
like, he came in the room.
All right.
You know?
Speaking of going too far, not far enough, and I'm gonna ask you this, and I'm not saying that you're out here popping random chicks. I know that you are a one woman man. You know, I'm talking about whatever your situation is. But
One woman man.
do you spit in a young lady's mouth?
No.
Are you against spitting in a young lady's mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been listening to a couple of pods.
Yeah.
And you know, they bring up the spitting in the young lady's mouth. And yeah, it's not a thing that I think I want to do.
I think that's like, oh, it's gonna be a deep one. We're so traumatized as a society that some of the traumas have become normalized, and those traumas feed into the other spaces of our life. Because to be degraded during sex, in certain ways, is a sign of like, you know, working through trauma. I mean, and then some people just like that type of stuff, but then
I thought that the exact point you just made.
yeah,
That's what my mindset used to be until I started listening to a couple of podcasts that talked
yeah.
about some kinks.
yeah. I can't see because of glasses. Oh,
And,
I can deal with that red. I'm kind of red.
Yeah, it's still kind of fire, bro.
I
You
can
know,
deal with it.
we might have to pause for the calls, but
yeah.
yeah, like I listened to a couple of podcasts that spoke about some you know, those type of situations.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's all trauma. I think some people just like some shit.
And what I'm saying, it's not all trauma. I'm not saying it, but I'm saying, but some of it is trauma. Like when some of it is like there's no way you can try to convince me that like I want to be choked till I damn near pass out. That's the type of, I mean, there's some issues that need to be worked through, man.
I can't agree with that.
We normalize certain things, man.
I can't agree with that.
We normalize certain things. Like we normalize certain things because it's easier to normalize something than it is to go and really dig to. I think that's a conversation that I have a lot with people in a roundabout way, but it's like, what were you saying earlier? And I was trying to say, oh yeah, it's got to be a bad guy, bro. It has to be a bad guy. The way that we're raised our whole life, it's taught that there's good and evil. There's heaven and hell. There's, you know, salvation and whatever. You know, it's always polar, and it's always a bad guy, right? So, you know, it's easier to blanket something and be like, oh, that's the bad. You know, so like it'd be easy for me to say that, oh man, all them people are deviants. I'm not saying that, but I'm also saying that some of the actions, when you break them down and you really just dig into them, they have roots in places outside of just sexual pleasure. You know what I mean?
I'm thinking about some things that I'm into. I have no type of trauma why I'm into those things. Now, I do think it is true that some people that are into some of these kinks I agree with you. It is rooted in some sort of trauma. Because some of this shit, bro, be too fucking weird for you to like naturally just, that gets me off.
Well, it don't even have to me. It don't have to be weird. We normalize porn stars, but the actuality is a lot of those women are just women who were fatherless women who want a father figure in their life. Like, it didn't have to be a weird kink. It can just be the action that we normalize, right? Like, there's a certain type of girl that they look for to be in porn. When they go scouting, they don't go to the science technology classes. They don't go to the volleyball players. They go to certain types of girls, and they find them in certain type of places, and they usually have the same story. I don't want to go into it, but they usually have the same story. So
I see where you're going, and I'm not disagreeing, but I don't think. I know what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing. I think there's truth in what you're saying. I don't think it's. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I don't think it's it probably just overheated. I get what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying. However, I don't think it's that cut and dry. I think honestly, I think some of them just did the math and was like, well shit, I got this master's degree in X, Y, and Z, but I like to fuck and I can get paid to fuck and make X amount of money for letting 5 niggas raw dog me on camera, and I like to fuck. You know what I'm saying?
You think that's the normal thought for people?
Some people, yeah.
But so you putting that somewhere in there, and that's a very, very
You asked me, do I think if that's a normal thought for people? I just simply say, yeah. Some people it's a normal thought. Some people it's not a normal thought, and they do it because of some fucked up trauma that happened to them.
And you just told me I said a whole lot of nothing.
I didn't say a whole lot.
You said everything, bro.
No, literally, some people.
Yeah, some people do, some don't. That's everybody.
Literally, some people may have been raped or some crazy sexual deviancy has happened to them at a young age.
That's some of them,
and they have this hunger to do X, Y, and Z.
And then you said
some people have no sinister background about it. They like, you know what I'm saying, saw that shit and was like, that looks like something I might want to do.
Yeah.
Went out to a sex club or wherever and actually did it and enjoyed it, and they enjoy doing the shit.
Yeah, but I'm saying, okay, so put a number on it, a percentage.
Come on, bro.
I'm saying, is it 20s to 60, 20 to 80, or is it 30? Is it like, we can't, if you're saying,
I don't know.
When you say some, that can mean 1%.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'm
it can mean 99%.
I think it's more than 1%. I don't think it's 99%. I don't know. Maybe I would have to. I would. It's
a guesstimation on your part.
I would want to talk to a sexual expert to get a more educated estimate. But if you're asking me to guess, I would say 60-40. I would say 60% people have dealt with some sort of fucked up trauma.
Yeah, and
that's why they do some of the shit. And 40% of the people haven't dealt with some trauma. They just like to do the shit.
I agree. I would go maybe 70-30, but
I can agree with 70-30 as well.
Yeah, both of those numbers. I say the majority, and this is for me hearing the stories, not firsthand or whatever, but I do I read a lot and I watch a lot of people profiles on all different types of people.
You know what's fucked up? That if you really, and this is just me guessing, I think if you if you invite 20 people over your house and have. If you invite these 20 people to your house and say, we're going to have some real conversations about childhood trauma or whatever.
Yeah.
I think like 14 of them have dealt with some fucked up shit.
Well, childhood, like sexual trauma or this childhood trauma?
Yeah, since we're talking about sex, I'll say sexual trauma. I think like 14 of them have dealt with some real fucked up shit.
I say this sometimes, and people look at me sideways, but like I've heard them say like 7 out of 10 women have been molested or
raped,
right?
I can see that.
And I say, if it's 7 out of 10, why the fuck y'all want to vote, man? Why do y'all care about voting rights, man? If it's 7 out of 10, if it's 7 out of 10. then this is the number one thing at all times. It's nothing else but this until this got into, like, we'll get to the other stuff later. Because that's other, like, I don't care if I can vote if I'm gonna get touched or if my kid's gonna get touched. So why would I, like, if the numbers are like that, if it's that much, that many, then this should be the prominent thing we always talking about. Just like when I'm talking about the African American community, like certain things should never be behind or after this. Certain things should be to the forefront because they're happening at a certain rate. Yeah, but and that's not me being, literal. I'm just saying that if it's like that, then women should, because I don't do that to women. You know what I'm saying? I don't pressure women and do nothing they want to do, and I don't know. It wouldn't be a time when that would come up with me, unless they were talking about somebody else that I knew or that they had happened to them.
What is the percentage of men being raped by women? What do you think that truly is?
What do you call rape?
Let's see, it's a slippery slope because you could say the same thing about the woman, but what do you call rape in regards to a male? If that's what we're talking about.
Well, I'm saying, like, when I'm talking about, they say 7 out of 10 women.
I'm talking about men. Now you're talking about women. I'm talking about men.
Men.
What would you consider rape for men?
Okay, so you're talking about it's two types of rape for men. It's rape where men are penetrated by other men some kind of way against their will.
Right. I was really speaking about men being raped by women, but go ahead.
I mean, this time when women do that to men, play with their prostates and get them to block, and then they feel weird about themselves because they block so hard. You know what I'm saying? And then, but they ain't want to be penetrated, and now they, whatever. But I don't know, man. I don't know. To me, I don't know, bro. That's tough. I don't know. I say 30-70.
You like the 30-70 or 70-30, don't you? You like that split right there.
That's a very accurate split for most things, man. I think. It's not as much parity in certain shit that people want it to be. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, we live in the same boats, just on different parts of the sea.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
Man, let's move on to some more lighthearted shit, man.
Okay, so put that out there, man. All right.
Talk about what you want to talk about. What you got next?
Oh, I was going to talk about Charleston White, man. Charleston White. So
talk about your role model. What you got?
Why everybody I say is my role model? Why can't I just be talking about Charleston White?
No, what do you mean? Charleston White is the only person I say is your role model.
No,
I say
everybody's like,
I say Charleston White is your role model. I say you meet Rod Kanye. Those are the only two things I say about you. Everybody else, I don't, oh no, this
James Harden, anybody.
No. Listen to what I say. I say Charleston White is your role model. You meet Rod Kanye no matter what. Now, the James Harden situation, I can understand why you champion James Harden. He is a good player. I like James Harden myself. I just, have a little bit of animosity about how we left H-Time, but I can't hate on the beard. I'll fuck with the beard. So.
Speaking of meat riding, people who meat ride people, Casanova 2 times.
I'll fuck with Casanova 2 times.
I know you do. I
don't meet ride him, but I fuck with him.
Tomato. But
I saw what he posted.
Yeah, and
now I don't know if he posted that or if his handlers posted it, because I don't know if he got a cell phone behind the cage.
He's in bed, so he might have a cell phone.
He shouldn't have one. He's gonna get in trouble. But
in the feds, I think you have cell phone. You can have cell phones and devices in the feds.
What he said? He said some shit like, "We mad at Kanye because he had a shirt that said White Lives Matter, but his kids are half white. Don't let that go over your head." But actually, his kids aren't half white; they're Armenian. So
stop the cap, bro. Stop the cap.
They're black and Armenian,
Stop
bro.
the cap.
Are they?
Stop
all right,
the
hold on.
Cap.
Let me ask you a real question, and then you go from there.
Go ahead.
Yes or no? Is Kim Kardashian Armenian?
Yes.
All right, then. Go ahead.
Okay. What's white?
Excuse me?
What is white?
White is actually a color.
Okay, so white in reference to people, what? Describe a white person.
A person of, white skin.
So Armenians, do they have white skin?
They're on the pillar side of life, yeah.
Okay, so Armenians, are Russians white?
They are Anglo-Saxon.
Are Italians white?
Actually, some will tell you Italians are brown, but it all depends on what you believe.
Are Yugoslavians white?
They probably are. I honestly, I can't tell you the last Yugoslavian I saw that I knew was a Yugoslavian.
What's his name?
They're all fair skinned people over there, though. Go ahead. Though.
Okay.
What was Ivan Drago?
He was Russian. More Russian.
Now, what is Dolph Lundgren?
He's from, I don't know where he's from.
America. Okay, keep going.
Is he?
I don't know.
Who named him? He got to be German or some Dolph because the name Dolph.
Get to you. What you got to say about Casanova 2 times?
But he made the point that he made the same point that Kanye made when he stepped down when he stepped and talked about it with Tucker Carlson. That it's like it's not as serious as people are trying to make it. Like it's more of an ironic post than it is, or it's more of an ironic thing. The thing about art.
Okay, you got 1 more minute. And I ain't talking about Kanye for the rest of the pod.
No, the thing about art is it's not dictated by any set of rules. So just because you decide to say that that's a painting, somebody else can be like, man, that's not a painting, that's a so and so, or that painting, like it could be whatever.
All right, let me stop it right there.
Yeah.
Does that logic apply to all forms of art form?
Yeah.
All forms.
I know you're gonna go here, but yeah.
No. I'm not gonna go anywhere because I don't want to talk about it.
I know where you're gonna go.
We've talked about it enough.
No, we haven't.
No, we have. And I'm not talking about it again. We've talked about it enough. You've thumb wrestled with people enough, and I saw your points, and you had some valid points. So I'm not knocking your points. My only question for you is: does that logic apply
across the board?
Across the board to all forms of it?
It goes across the board. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
What you got next?
Man, now.
I don't want to stay here.
You want me to say what I wanted to say.
I'm not. When I
say I want to say, you telling me you.
No. Because
I thought you was. Ain't you just? I thought I was the talent, right? Or you talent today?
You're the talent. what I'm saying is,
it's the talent role, then, man.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
Who arguing?
No, I agree with your points. I just simply, and I'm not trying to say that you're being hypocritical or anything. I just asked.
All that. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not saying you hypocrite. I ain't saying you goddamn wrong. I ain't saying everything you say is stupid. I ain't saying that the shit you be saying is retarded. This is what you're doing, bro.
I see why you're not married.
What?
I see why you're not married.
Why? Because that makes sense?
No, you don't make sense. You like to argue. What I'm saying is, I just wanted to know if you think that logic applies across the board.
I said yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes. If I was writing a song about love making, and I was saying that I love to make love, and somebody else wanted to interpret the love as me talking about the sky, and they can find correlation in that, unless I come out and say, no, I wasn't talking about the sky, I was talking about love. I might have wrote it that way to be counter. I might have wrote it that way so that it can have duality in its meanings. But if I come out, if you say you talking about the sky, like no. I was talking literally. I was talking about loving on Joanna because that's who I love.
Yeah, you're not getting the most fire camera next time. Hey,
you had the most fire last. You had me in the lobby last time, bro. This is your punishment, man.
You still on the lobby right there, bro. You want me to cut the lobby camera?
No, man. We don't want the lobby camera. Nobody wants the lobby camera, man.
You know the song "Stairway to Heaven"?
Stairway to Heaven.
What was it about? I saw a TikTok saying that it wasn't about heaven. It was about something else, but I don't know what it's about.
Step by step. I think I can see it meaning more than one thing. Like, I know Brandy was everybody thought it was about a girl, but about his dog.
Who?
I really miss you, Brandy. It's Brandy, right? I'm so all alone.
I can see a nigga making a song about his dog dying though.
I don't know when you're coming home.
My feelings will be hurt if my dog died.
I really miss you. And everybody's sure it was a girl, but he's talking about his dog. Like Ben. Ben was about rats, right? Ben, the two of us ain't love no more.
Mike did have a pet rat that he had to get rid of.
Yeah. I think he said something about loving, but I don't know. Michael was different. Little Red Corvette was about what was it about? A drug, I think.
Could have been.
Little red. I forgot.
It wasn't about a Corvette.
I don't think it's about a Corvette. I think it was like some of that.
Could have been about a female who took a drug and then cleansed herself in Lake Minnetonka.
Minnetonka. I mean, baby, you're much too. But it's about cocaine.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah,
make you song about it. Yeah.
Make you go too fast.
What is the one drug you won't do?
Cocaine.
Why would you not do cocaine?
Because there are people who suck dick for cocaine.
It's people who've done ayahuasca. How you say it?
Ayahuasca.
It's people who've done ayahuasca, got enlightened, and sucked dick, and they might not have,
I think they might have gotten enlightened and realized, hey, I like sucking dick, or it's okay to suck any dick
They
you want
didn't
to.
suck dick for the ayahuasca. Though.
No, they didn't walk around like, hey man, look, you got some ayahuasca, man. I suck your dick.
Well, I don't think people suck dick for cocaine. They suck dick for crack, though. I think there's a difference.
No, I think they suck cocaine too.
I don't think they suck dick for cocaine.
Cocaine, yeah. Cocaine.
No, I don't think they suck dick for cocaine.
Cocaine will make you do some wild things, man.
You sure it's not crack?
Cocaine too, man. You don't think it's sucking up cocaine? I'm 100% sure.
Now it may be because I'm, of my upbringing and culture. Mm-hmm. I've never heard someone say they suck dick for cocaine. I've 100% heard of people doing anything for crack though.
So you think they ain't doing anything with cocaine?
I don't. What do you call anything?
Cocaine is crack is purer than crack. Crack is baking soda and garbage.
Baking soda, I got baking soda. But see, that's what I'm saying. I thought the baking soda and garbage was the part that really, really, really made you suck dick if you didn't suck dick.
Tell me, man. Okay, you my friend, so I'm going to say it a certain way.
Say what you gonna say, man.
I'm going to say it a certain way. Okay, I'm going to say it a certain way so that it doesn't come out the wrong way. Because you're my friend, right? People cook with baking soda all the time.
You do bake. So, okay.
I ain't never sucked no dick for fried chicken, is what I'm trying to say.
But the difference is this, though.
Yeah.
There's no drug. Depending on what you call a drug,
there's everything.
There's no mind-altering drug element in the fried chicken.
That's what I'm trying to say. So if it's the baking soda and
I'm saying the cocaine before it's stepped on and bricked could get you high and hyper. But once you add the baking soda and the other steps, it could, change the chemical composition of the coca leaf and what comes from it, and could make you do some strange things. Back in the day, I never heard of people sucking dick for coke. The drink, when they was putting cocaine in coke, you didn't hear about people in the early 1900s sucking dick for coke.
It probably was though.
No, they probably just wanted to suck dick. And
no,
They probably
didn't know.
To suck dick. They probably wanted to suck dick, and then they used the coke as a thirst quenching beverage from sucking dick.
When you go in the gym, and like you've been in the gym, and you lift and you have a good lifting day.
Yeah.
And like the rest of the day, you look at yourself, you be like, man, shit, that shit was working like a mother, man.
Yeah.
Working. You ain't put a pound on. You like same person you were this morning.
But you feel a little bit
you feel a little better,
but that's
man.
because your muscles are sore and they're inflated. So you got a little bit of pump. You still got how that post workout pump look.
Yeah, man.
You're not as flat. You got a pump, but
yeah,
and that's normal. And but now when you add trend to it, when you add the steroid to the workout, now it's addictive. I got to be a workout warrior because my pump is bigger.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is
the baking
soda is the steroid, is the trend for the cocaine.
I'm 100% sure.
You're not 100% sure.
I'm 100.
You got to stop saying you're 100% sure on stuff that you're not sure on.
I am 100% sure.
You got to put 75% out there.
Okay, I'm 94% sure.
You got to put 75% out there.
I'm more than 75% sure.
80.
I'm more than 80 that cocaine is more addictive. Powder cocaine is more addictive and will have you doing.
Now, see, that's not true. Now, that, my friend, is not a true statement.
It's not.
Crack is more addictive than cocaine. That is a true statement.
I don't know, man.
No, 100% crack is more addictive than cocaine. 100%. 100%.
We have to. You know what? We have to do a session.
That's a fact. We don't have to. That's a fact.
No, we have to get a dope fiend, man. We have to do a segment called Ask a Dope Fiend.
You've talked to dope fiends before. We all know dope fiends. Crack is 100% more addictive than cocaine.
Some dope fiends ain't never did crack before. I mean, some dope fiends ain't never did cocaine before. I bet you at one point in Hollywood, Drew Barrymore was sucking all types of dick, man.
Well, I ain't gonna speak on a young lady sucking dick. I will say if a young lady in Hollywood was sucking all kind of dick, it's because she wanted to.
Nah, bro. She might have been on that girl, man. She might have been on crack. I mean on Oh, hold on. Okay.
She could have popped the Molly.
What's old girl?
Woo.
What's old girl? Who's on In the House? Mia.
But she a crackhead though.
You think she was doing crack, or you think she was doing cocaine?
I can see you doing cocaine, but cocaine is an expensive drug. If you listen to what Whitney says, Whitney says crack a poor person drug. Cocaine is is a rich person drug. I can see her starting off with cocaine, but then not being able to afford the cocaine, so she dropped down to crack, and then the crack fucked up.
It made her start sucking dicks.
Sure.
I don't know, man.
But time out though.
Yeah.
Depending on what you like, the young lady sucking dick is not a bad thing.
No, but
it's only a bad thing if you're not, gay, but you suck dick for it or eat coochie for it. So if you're a female and you're not gay, but your dope dealer is a female and you eat coochie for the crack, it's a problem. If you're a man and you're not gay, but your drug dealer's a man and you suck dick for the crack, it's a problem. Now, if you gay and you suck dick for the crack, you just, you're engaging in a kink. You want to suck dick and you're getting crack for it. How bad is that? You want to get high and you're doing something you love? Bro, what's the problem? You love females. Your drug dealer's name is Bertha. You know what I'm talking about?
So I'm going to write down Bertha.
Bertha say, hey, come hit this and I'll give you some drugs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a win-win for you. You get to smash Bertha and you get to get you some weed.
There's a bunch of women and men in the 70s and 80s that were getting drugs for sex. That's
a win-win for me.
That was an even exchange at some point.
Yeah.
But then at some point, the drugs become stronger than the sex.
Say, little mama, what you want today?
Like, I know drug dealers used to knock down to find dope fiends.
Oh my God, drug dealer, please, I just, I'll suck your dick for,
Yep, there you go. Right there. See, right there?
What?
When you compromise yourself, not you, but when a person decided, I'm going to compromise something, I wasn't going to suck your dick when I first met you. Pause. You know what I'm saying? As the drug dealer girl, I was just going to try to get some drugs.
You got to say that in the female voice next time.
I'm not going to do my female voice.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Marcus the drug dealer. I just want some weed. Say, girl.
Every Marcus that hears a show going like, how you going to tell on me like this?
You can put this meat in your mouth. Oh my God, I'll do it, Marcus, please. And then, she's sucking dick for a dime back.
Yeah, but that means that she let the drug make her suck dick, man.
Or maybe she wanted to suck dick anyway. Or he wanted to suck dick anyway. And the drug is just like, consolation prize. Like, when you go to McDonald's, you go in there to get some food. I want to get a hamburger, some fries, and a shake.
Mm-hmm.
And when I get there, I find out there's an adult Happy Meal, and there is a large hamburger LaToy. Excuse me. And the toy is a bonus. So if I'm
the toy is a what?
The toy is a bonus. So, if Cynthia is going to go get a QP from the drug dealer.
I like that name.
And the drug dealer like, hey, Cynthia, you can get this QP, but you got to lick these balls in this shaft. It's a win-win for her.
For a quarter pound of what?
A QP of weed.
She sucked dick for a quarter pound of weed.
And I must admit, if I'm selling dope and I'm giving you this QP for some head, it better be the most fire as heads.
Man,
Okay, you're a drug dealer.
Yeah.
You sell dope.
Yeah.
And you got a young lady who comes to get some weed from you. Mm-hmm. She's mildly attractive. Mildly attractive.
Not gonna do it.
How much weed did she get for some head?
Not gonna do it. Not gonna be able to do it.
You mean to tell me
I'm not gonna be able
that
to
if
do
a
it.
young lady say, look, I just paid all my rent, took care of my kid, I just need to get some weed.
So like you need to wait a few weeks.
You mean to tell me that if you know she ain't a crackhead or nothing like that, you ain't afraid of no STD, you probably actually used to knock it down, from time to time. You mean to tell me that there is no amount of head that you can get to give her some weed? It's weed.
This is my business, man. I'm not running a charity out here, man. This ain't no Salvation
All
Army.
right, let's
man.
do some math. You meet a new female.
Yeah.
Let's say you got say you're gonna take it steak 48.
Hell no. I just met her.
Where you take your females at, bro?
I'm saying I just met her.
I mean, you know of her. Y'all maybe went out a time or two. You met her on Plenty of Fish, and then you met her in real life, and then stop with the bullshit dings.
No, I'm saying because, bruh, if I'm spending $100 a plate on somebody, bro.
Actually, if you go to steak 48, it's gonna be at least 120, 125.
Okay, if I'm spending $125 a plate, man.
She's getting lobster.
If I'm spending $125 a plate, that means that we're a couple, and it's not even a date. This is me appreciating my woman.
Time out. You meet a chick on give me a date now.
I meet her on Facebook dating.
You meet her on Facebook dating. Y'all meet up at Starbucks, get a pumpkin spice latte and a muffin.
You lucky I went, dog.
You get a pumpkin spice. You know what? Stop it.
I'm not
going
eating
to
it.
get you an ox cord, but you got to stop with the bullshit thing.
These are very. I got to let people know. I'm trying to see. I don't want to interrupt you, so I just push my button so you can keep
I'm
talking.
asking a question.
Okay.
You meet a young lady on Facebook. Damn, you dinging the Facebook dating?
No, I was practicing. Go ahead.
Okay. You meet a chick on Facebook dating.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all meet up at Starbucks. You get the pumpkin spice latte and a muffin. All right. Then after that, y'all meet up again at fucking fucking Panera Bread.
Hey, give me the runs.
She gets a muffin again. You get regular coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
And then from there, y'all meet up at Lifetime Fitness and y'all get a quick workout in because y'all both like to work out. And so now it's going somewhere and y'all want to go out. Go to Steak 48.
God dang, man. No, man.
What's wrong with taking a young lady to Steak 48?
We've been doing $20 meals. We go to 125?
It's Steak 48, bro.
Bruh, we was doing $20 meals for both of us.
You mean to tell me a young lady that you two-stepping with, y'all can't go to Steak 48? What's the restaurant you'll take it to?
Let me see. So it's like the fourth date.
Fourth date. What's the legit restaurant you'll take it to?
The fourth, maybe have me talking, man. The fourth date, I don't know.
You want me to judge you? I can judge you right now. You want me to judge you?
Yeah, I mean that's what you do anyway.
You take it to Chili's.
Chili's? I can go to Chili's on any date.
Nigga.
That's just some quick food, and it's chill. We might do
Papados.
Papados.
All right, so you take it to Papados.
Yeah. I don't eat seafood though.
No, you take it to Papados. You're gonna spend, out the gate. She gonna probably get, I don't know, whatever they got this fly that females get at Papados. Mm-hmm. But the food, the drink, you're gonna spend 80 on that anyway, the food and drink.
Yeah.
So you spend 80 on it anyway.
Boom.
And you're not guaranteed to get anything because the young lady's not obligated to do anything for you for food.
She's not.
So, a couple weeks go by, y'all talking back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
She know you sell weed on the side.
Okay.
She hit you up.
Yeah.
Young James Boogie.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Boogie, you won't believe this. I paid all my rent and
And what you supposed to do?
I'm gonna get a quick fix. I need some weed. I'll give you some head. How much weed can I get?
You can get a discount on the weed. You can't get no something like man.
You just spent $80 and didn't get anything. You mean to tell me
I enjoy.
if she's willing to give you head, you can't even give her like an ounce?
You think head is worth $80?
It all depends on how good the head is.
I don't give a damn who head it is. I ain't worth $80, bro.
I don't know, bro. You might. I don't know. I'm pretty sure somebody out there is giving some fire head that's worth $80.
Head, man. Look, what's the low end head that you can get?
I've never paid for sex in my life.
You can pay $5, $10 to a dolphin.
And that's see, and that's the thing. So, all right, let's talk about it. If I had to pay for sex, I've never had to pay for it.
Yeah.
If I had to pay for sex, though, you know, I'm assuming that I would take my bougie ways with me. I'm not letting the young lady who is willing to give me head for $10 touch my dick. You're willing to let a young lady who is willing to suck your dick for $10, you are willing to let her do it?
No, listen what I'm saying. If I told, okay, watch this, Dub.
Oh man.
Well, hold on, watch this.
This nigga's willing to get great value.
Listen what I'm saying. I'm asking you a question. I just want you to answer truthfully. If you go to Meineke and you getting your brakes, you getting the brand new brakes put on your classic car, right? You got a mechanic that's been in there that's only worked on 1 or 2 cars this year, and this is his first year doing it. You got somebody who's a 20-year vet who's worked on every type of car, knows how to work them insides and out, knows all the best places to put things, everything, how to make it move. Who do you want to work on your car?
I'm taking my car to the dealer.
So you don't want to
because that's not the same
it's
comparison.
The exact same
no,
thing.
No. That's not the same
Practice
comparison.
makes perfect.
I didn't say that I wouldn't want. Of course, I want the more experienced and seasoned mechanic working on my car. Mm-hmm. But what I said was, if the head only costs $10, I don't want it.
I don't know, maybe some fire head.
No, nigga, I don't want no head where the young lady is willing to take $10 to suck dick. I don't want it. No, bro.
Right.
I'm bougie though. I don't shop at Food Town and Food and Ramen, nigga. I don't buy Hillshire Farm. No, I buy Hillshire Farms. I don't buy what's the parade and all that shit. No, nigga. I go to Whole Foods and HEB. Yes, nigga. I'm spending the premium on the name brand. No, I'm not getting great value head. I'm getting name brand head, bro.
They sell Parade in buildings.
Who?
The Jewish store in
nigga, I ain't Jewish.
In Maryland. Anyway,
I go to HEB. That's what I'm saying. I'm not buying great value sex, bro. If the bitch only costs $20, she ain't touching my dick, bro.
Watch this. Now, this is the crazy part. Watch this. The best sex you've ever had in your life was free.
I started off this conversation letting you know I have never paid for sex in my life.
So you really don't have no
unless you consider me going out on a date with a young lady, and after the date we go to the Tweeties, or the Palace Inns, or the Scottish Inn.
And after you finish, you give $20?
No, I don't. No, I don't give her $20 after I finish, bro. No.
You leave 40 on the dresser when you're done?
No, I don't leave 40 on the dresser. I mean, if you technically, no, I've never paid for sex.
No, I'm saying. I mean, yeah, of course you don't want you don't want a sidewalk shorty knocking you off, but I'm just saying that there's a space in there where, like, because you don't just come out being an all-star dick sucker, right? You don't wake up in the morning.
Well, I want to know how to suck dick.
I'm just talking about that's what you don't wake up being an all-star. You might be good at it, but you're not. So there's a space where you might get a girl who just starting to get into the dick sucking, business, and she knows, well, I can suck dick for money because all my free dick sucks have been the greatest ever. But she hasn't reached the pinnacle or the layer in life where she can charge $50 or $120. She ain't got there yet.
How would a nigga know? That's what I'm saying.
Because nigga gonna be like, man, shit, look where you at. You ain't got to the big. You can't just walk into the penthouses. You got to work your way up to be able to pay the doorman to let you in the penthouse.
What is the lowest amount of money you pay for head?
I ain't never paid for head before.
Oh, okay.
But I've been propositioned several times, so I know all the prices.
All the prices.
I know all the prices.
Any young lady,
I know all the prices, man.
any young lady who wants to proposition me, I'm not paying for that. No, bitch, $10 for some head. No, I don't know. That means you sucking everybody dick for $10. No,
But I'm saying there's a it might not be 10, maybe it's 20. Like there's a point.
$20 head is no,
Bruh, I ain't want to pull this pimping now. See what I'm saying? I ain't want to do this to them. I ain't want to do this right here to the people, man.
Get it to me, Sauce
But
Walker.
I'm gonna pull out some of this pimp because it's proper and it possesses you. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got the pressure to be able to get up on that, that pimping and to say you need me to pull away. You see what I'm saying? I'm Master P. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is when you young bitch first gets out there, right? She might be an all-star player, but you don't present her as such, man. You tell her she mid-grade, man, and you got to sell it at a low price to get the other Johns hooked, right? So they get 3 or 4 sessions, maybe at $20, $30 a pop. But once she put that mouth on that thing, pause, and flip little Johnny head backwards, when he come back for the third time, now it's $170. Now it's $200. He hooked. I know her head 5. But he thought he won. See, it's like selling stuff, man.
In the words of the late great Pimp C, top-notch hoes get the most, not the lesser.
But they gotta be damn. They don't come out top notch though. You have to. There's a stepping stone for top notchness.
Okay, well, what I'm telling you is, if I had to pay for the pussy, I definitely ain't paying for the stepping stone pussy.
If
I want the top notch hoes because I'm paying because I feel like they're more clean, they're more experienced, they're hopefully they're less STD-ish.
But they have to have more because they're older.
That's that. No, they don't have to be older necessarily. They can be mid-20s and top notch.
So how long you sucking dick in your early 20s to be top notch?
So I don't know.
No, I'm telling you this. I'm not saying you.
She could have started sucking dick in 8th grade, sucking 8th grade niggas.
So
dick
that's what I'm saying.
Learn from my aunt. I don't know.
But I mean, she been sucking dick for like 9 years straight.
That's fine. That's cool.
And you think that's cleaner?
It could be.
But this don't make sense though.
Because I feel like the young lady or the young man, whatever your preference is, that is giving you said services on the low, it's the reason why the service is on the low.
Yeah, maybe she like
nigga.
me.
Nah, maybe because she just need to get her fix, and all she need is $5. So she gonna give you the head for the 10, so she can go to McDonald's and get her a 2 for $2, and she can get her some rocks, and then she can go in that little abandoned situation off Bissonnette and smoke the rocks, eat the 2 for $2, and then go suck some more dick.
Maybe she want to hit it. She want to get her fix. Okay, she jonesing, she feeding, and then she seen me, and she was like, "Damn, I suck his dick."
Damn.
And then she was like, "Oh, you know what? I usually charge $50, but shit, for $10, I would really do it for free. But shit, I can get $5. I get $10 at the nigga."
So you a fuck crackhead?
Not in my adult years, no.
You fucked a crackhead before?
I don't know. Well, that's a trick question. That's a trick question.
How's that a trick question, nigga? Have you fucked a crackhead? Yes or no?
Because different people do different kind of drugs, right? And so you might have had relations with a young lady, and then realize, a month or two after, like, man, she's on different stuff. She's not on the substances that she don't do what I do. She does some extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? It might be, heroin, or it might be, powder. So technically, like you would like to say, technically, I might have knocked down a couple of powder heads.
I said crackheads though.
It might have doing crack. I don't think so. They might have though. You'd be surprised how people who do crack.
Yeah.
Be surprised. You're like, damn, you doing crack? Yeah. Or powder? You do powder?
I feel you, bro.
Like, yeah. I'm like, shit. Oh, but to each his own, man.
Yeah. To each its own, man. To each its own, man.
Anyway,
you playing any fantasy football this season?
Nah, man, I ain't played no fantasy sports 3-4 years, man.
Okay.
I'll be out the loop with that, man. Because I'm like, man, this shit's so volatile.
Where do you pick women up from?
I don't pick women up, bro.
No. I'm not saying like you. I'm not saying you pick women up. I'm saying if JB is single and he has to, pick up young ladies, where's your go-to place to meet a new female?
If I was trying to go meet a female right now, it would definitely be somewhere online.
Online?
It would definitely be online.
Why?
Because it's convenient. You don't have to spend as much money. If you wanted to get a subscription, then you can pay whatever $15, $25 a month. That's way better than going to places 3-4 times a week or every weekend and spending $50 a weekend. You know what I'm saying?
I think we need to host a speed dating session.
How are we gonna do that? Well,
we need to find a spot first.
Yeah,
and then we need to do some advertising.
What's gonna be the premise? It's like this?
No, we just 16 Shots Podcast Find You Love. However we want to spin it, whatever fly ass name we give it, and we actually host speed dating.
So we just gonna be really just in a room and partying and just commenting on.
We're gonna be in a room potting, like play-by-play potting on the speed dating situation.
So as people are talking, we're gonna be like, man, I don't think he put on what she's saying.
Yeah, like ooh, she too fine for him. She ain't
Man, you gonna get beat up, man.
Oh, nigga, what?
Yeah, man. Somebody gonna be like, what you say, nigga?
That's cool, as long as they ain't walk up on me. I ain't gonna be Jordan Poole. I'm a 2-piece of nigga before he get to me.
Man, I'm just saying that's gonna be weird if I'm trying to date somebody and somebody in the background like, this nigga's not wearing that fake ass polo shirt.
100% I'm gonna call a nigga out if he come in fake Gucci glasses.
I mean, it's nothing wrong wearing fake stuff. It's just like when you wear fake stuff that look fake. You know what I mean? Not the quality, but like you said, it says Gucci. Like,
give me something fake you would wear.
Fake Gucci glasses.
What else? No, we know that clearly. What else?
Fake NFL apparel. I don't know. Fake jewelry.
It's a dude on. See. What do you call fake jewelry? Give me the. So what you wear sterling silver that's gold plated?
Like when I come in a couple weeks with this situation I'm gonna have on.
If it's sterling silver, it's not fake though.
Well, you're gonna think it's a Cuban link.
No, it can be a sterling silver Cuban link.
You're gonna think it's
not fake.
You're gonna think it's diamond encrusted in gold.
Well, now are they lab diamonds, or are they like just cut glass?
I'm just telling you that it's not gonna cost me more than $12. That's what I'm telling you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not putting $12 jewelry on me.
Because you bougie, man.
Yeah,
the cost of something doesn't always dictate the quality of something.
I like the quality. I can't wear fake jewelry. It's gonna break me out.
That's what I'm saying. But the cost
fake jewelry is gonna break me out. The gold jewelry, the fake jewelry is gonna break me out. I don't want my neck or my wrist turning green.
That's propaganda.
That's not propaganda.
That's my new word, bro.
100%.
That's propaganda.
I don't want to buy some shit and then I look up in 2 weeks this shit is turning black and it's not even real. I can't even clean it. I'll wear sterling silver.
So hold on.
I wear 14K. I'll put on some 10K, and that's as 10K is as cheap as I will ever go.
So you think that if it's not 10K or 14K or sterling silver, that it's gonna turn colors?
You can buy some gold plated shit that doesn't turn.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Like I think Jackson Gold is gold plated. It doesn't turn. I think Gold Presidents doesn't turn.
You can get a bunch of shit that don't turn.
And that's what I know.
Yeah,
I mean, if you heard my commentary, I said I'm not going to wear anything that's going to turn green on me or whatever and break me out.
Yeah, it's like certain things like that might turn you that won't turn on me.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like people have different chemical makeups. You know what I'm saying? And different, they wear different stuff or whatever.
And I'm full transparency. This is coming from experience. I ain't,
Oh yeah, I'm not saying you guess. I
bought some shit before out of Shoptown Mall. There was some bullshit.
See, that's what you.
And then after day 5,
yeah,
I looked down and a stone fell out my shit that was fake anyway, and it looked stupid. Matter of fact, you was with me. We were together. I don't know if you were standing next to me.
Yeah.
Back in the day when we were rapping rappers.
Yeah.
And you know, Jacob and Co. was the thing.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you could go to Sharpstown Mall to one of the jewelry kiosks, and you could get you a lookalike Jacob and Co. watch. I had me a lookalike Jacob and Co. watch. By day 4, and I'm gonna take my Saatchi out so you can see. So by day 4, you know how you got the back right here?
Yeah.
Well, this shit had fell out.
The whole back.
The whole back had fell out. So I was walking around with, you know, the whole back missing. And
Said Masachi.
yeah, I take Saatchi off. I was out there with the whole back missing. And then we were somewhere downtown and my watch fell off my wrist because the band broke.
You had to pick it up.
Nah, I left that shit on the ground. That shit hit the ground and sounded like some tin can. Bing, ding, ding. And that bitch just fell apart. It was in front of some females.
I'm not a big wrist wear guy when it comes to jewelry. I used to want to wear those beads a long time ago and shit, but them hoes kept busting. The beads and stuff like that. I stopped. I used to wear them a long time ago, but they kept, you know, because I'm active, so they would always get caught up. And I didn't see too many little kids cry behind them beads because they're like, I made one for you, coach. This is for you, coach. I made it for you. It's your favorite colors. And then that night, I'm playing a game and they bust it off, and then
Why are you hooping with the beads on?
because you know they don't. You can't take them off.
Yes, you can.
The ones I got them ones like the ones that lock. When you put them on, you can't take them off.
Oh, like the thread and they tie them on it?
Yeah. They put the beads on there and they put the name in there and then they lock it in you.
I know what you're talking about.
You know, I had the one I had the longest was I had one from the wild. We got burnt on.
I remember that bullshit.
Yeah. They cut that off one time. And I was like, man, don't come off. He said, yes, you do.
Yeah, I ain't like that shit.
It's coming off. You coming in here. Like, it's religious, man. It's religious, man. Oh, man. I don't know if Allah gonna be mad at me, so I ain't gonna talk about that.
You don't know if we're gonna be mad at you?
Allah, man. I don't even know deity's mad at me for no reason.
Speak on it, bro.
No, I'm not gonna talk about it. Okay, I went to a mosque, man. I went to the bathroom and I saw a sign, and I'll show you the sign, man. The sign just threw me off, bro. Like,
What did the sign say? No Negroes allowed?
No.
I'm definitely finna go to Whataburger.
It wasn't racist.
2 taquitos.
You know, we don't explore your big nigga ways like we should on the podcast, man.
I don't eat as much as I used to.
I didn't say you eat a lot. I just say you have big nigga ways, man.
Give me an example.
You just came out the blue and said I'm going to Whataburger
2 taquitos.
and start naming the order out. That's big nigga ways, man.
I ain't eating no food today, bro. I only ate like once, and then I had some real niggerish shit today, bro. I was at one of the local grocery stores in the area. I'll run to the little local grocery store to get some hood shit like dirty rice or some boudin. And while I was in the hold on, let me see this bullshit. What does this sign say? I'm gonna read it out loud.
That's the sign I was in the bathroom.
Important reminder: please keep the masjid clean.
Yes.
Clean after yourself. Sit to urinate. It's the sauna. Hold on, time out. I thought only bitches sit and pee. You know
See, that's what I'm talking about. First off, see,
don't stand up to urinate. Hold on, man.
It says don't do something, and it says do something at the same time, don't it?
A drop of urine on your garment impurifies your prayers. Remember that. Take heed. Hey, man, I ain't finna sit down to pee, man.
You gotta sit down and pee if you go in there, bro.
No, man. That's what bitches do, man.
You gotta sit down.
I ain't no bitch. You know what I'm talking about, man? I stand up and piss like a real nigga.
Man, if the splash, bro.
My bad, bro. That's party fire. That you like you a
What?
say, man, you can you can Draymond Green a nigga for dropping your phone, man.
It's a sit to urinate is the sunnah. Don't stand to urinate. It's not the sunnah.
Yeah, nigga. They're telling you to sit to urinate. Don't
Look,
stand.
it says sit to urinate.
That's the sunnah.
It's the sunnah.
Don't stand to urinate.
Don't stand to urinate.
It's not.
The sunnah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But still, man, that's messed up, man. I gotta.
So what they're saying is these niggas that come to the mosque, they don't know how to aim in the toilet and been pissing on the floor. That's what they're saying.
I thought they were saying that if the sprinkle gets on your thing, then you can't pray today because you impurify your clothes.
You know what, bro?
What?
I don't want to get.
You never thought about how hard it was to pee with that on. I just I was like, damn.
Oh, well,
these niggas do have long ass dresses on. How the fuck do they pull that shit up like a dress?
Yeah, when I be wearing my, yeah, bro. When I wear my
dashiki,
my dashiki, bro. You know that bitch long. You got to pull it all the way up to here, bro.
Ah, man, that's gay. Pause. I
mean, what you want me to do? You want me to piss on the dashiki?
Pause.
You want me to
so
piss? You want me to piss on my fine African linen?
So you telling me you got to shimmy like a bitch to pull
it? I don't have to shimmy because my shit ain't tight. I pull it up like a shirt.
Pull it up and oh man, I got a dashiki. It's not that long, bro.
You don't have to have a long dashiki. You can have a dashiki that stops, here. I got to get in shape because I got to get a new dashiki, man.
You busting out this one, man?
Nah, I just want a shorter dashiki, but I don't want my gut to be hanging out.
I think I'm supposed to start working out hard, man.
Oh, you're trying to get your 10-day?
No, I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to get these guns back to gunning.
These bitches.
I'm trying to get these guns back to gunning. Trying to get to, you know what I'm saying? That's that one day working out, man. Have you feel like, you know what, man, I can really go in there and I could just, shape my body, man. And then you just don't go back in the weight room for like 3 days.
Would you date a bodybuilding chick?
Hell yeah.
Nah, I'm talking about I ain't talking about like a bodybuilding chick.
You talking about a chick that's swollen than me?
Like China.
I'm not China. No, I wasn't China. It had to be somebody cuter than China, bro. China had like a Quagmire head.
Oh my god.
She had a giggity. She had like
I'm talking about she big. She swollen you, bro. She like benching 320.
I mean, if she cute and she fine, I don't care. She ain't gonna be.
So you hitting her, bro, and you like grab her arm or something, and it's like swollen than yours. You ain't gonna feel away? Like she's harder than you, pause.
And that's the thing about it. I'm gonna say, people always assume that people who lift weights are hard because they look hard, but I mean they be soft. And like these niggas is.
Have you ever like grabbed a young lady who's a bodybuilder arm or lat?
Yeah.
You didn't feel the muscle?
The muscle is hard, but the skin is soft, bro.
Well, that's common sense.
That's what I'm saying. So they're not like she gonna be like iron or something.
I mean, your normal young lady is she could be firm, but she ain't muscular, nigga.
You know, most of the girls I talk to are athletic. So even if they arms ain't look. What?
I'm not gonna say nothing, bro. I don't want to get in trouble, so I'm not gonna say nothing.
What you mean, man?
I don't want to get in trouble, so I'm not saying anything.
The history of women I've talked to.
I'm not saying anything. I don't want to be in trouble. I'm not saying anything.
You know, I got.
I'm not saying anything.
I got some in my back pocket, man. I was like, I almost unleashed it the other day because y'all was trying to pull
me?
on both of y'all.
Who was both of y'all? You
and Mr. Miller, Mr. McFly. Y'all was taking y'all trips and stuff, and I was like, I wasn't the only person taking trips to foreign lands, you know what I'm saying? But anyway,
what foreign land I went to?
Man, look, I told you it's my back pocket when I really, really want to need it. I don't want to need it right now.
Well, I think I don't want to go there. I'm not gonna say anything. Bro.
Okay, but I'm saying, I'm just telling you.
You can say whatever.
I'm just saying.
You can say whatever you want.
A wise man doesn't display his cards on the first deal.
Your trip could have got you in trouble. That's what the joke.
Yours could have too.
I never took a trip that got me in trouble.
You could have got in trouble with this trip.
Nah.
Okay. I was there. You know how Cam told A-Track and then y'all wasn't there? I was there though.
Your trip was younger than my trip.
Was it?
100%.
Are you sure it was?
100% positive.
All right, what you mean?
What you mean?
You talking about some months, bro.
Nah.
Yeah.
See, I don't want to. I can. If I say what I want to say, it's gonna sound real bad. So I ain't gonna say it.
Oh, what about me or about you?
You nigga, not
About
me.
you? About you?
My trip was fine.
Okay, I'm just saying that your trip. You sure? I know.
I'm 100%
I was
positive.
there.
I'm 100% positive.
I was there.
There's no trip that I took that I shouldn't have been on.
I was there.
No trip that I took that I shouldn't have been on.
I was there. But anyway, what we talking about? What we talking about, man? Come on, man. You gotta keep this thing in line, bro.
No, you the talent, remember?
No, you was telling Dave, you got a whole camera, bro. Got a whole special camera, man.
Remember that next time. You gonna be a lobby boy again, bro.
Well, I see how you
That's
do.
why I kept the frame up there so you can remember. See, that's what you got to do. You got to humble these niggas, man. You got to let them know where they came from and where they can go back to at any time.
Yeah, these man.
You know what I'm talking about? See, you like a female, bro. Feed a bitch lobster once, she gonna want it all the time. She forgot she used to eat the Mickey D's 2 for $5.
That's why she ain't going to Steak 48 with me. You gotta work your way up to that, man.
So who you take Steak 48 now?
I'm taking at this point. I ain't
At
take-
this point.
At today, I'm not taking nobody Steak 48, bro, because I'm focused on work, man. I'm channeling all my energy in my work and get my business, man. We have a meeting with a company that I don't want to talk about on Friday, which is like full circle type shit. So, you know, things is coming around. Are they coming around? But see what I'm saying? You saw what happened? You saw what I just did with my mind? I did that with my mind.
Actually, the light comes back.
No.
The light comes back on when it cools off.
Yeah, but I made it cool off of my mind.
I doubt it.
And I told it.
I doubt it.
I was like, man,
And I doubt it.
I got a bright idea. Bink.
I doubt it.
You know, nothing is by chance, right?
Everything's by chance.
Oh, everything is by chance. Nothing is, there's nothing. At any time in the whole entire universe, it could have came on. But it came on then. When I had an idea. It could have came on afterwards. I could have had my idea and thinking about it, and then it stayed dark. But it didn't. It came on right then. That is not by chance, sir. That is fate.
It's coincidence.
You know what, man?
What's up?
Mace used to be a pastor, bro.
Pastor Mace.
Mace used to be a pastor.
Mason Bethel.
He was a full-blown pastor, had a congregation of thousands of people that would come to hear him preach.
He preached in Houston.
Mace is a gangster rapper again.
Is he a gangster rapper again, or is he just on tour rapping his old raps?
He's on tour singing songs about effing bees and smoking drugs and
But did he ever stop?
having sex with
And that's
different
the thing. I don't
women.
think he ever stopped.
But he was a pastor, though.
Oh, who said he stopped?
I'm just saying he was a pastor.
Reverend Run is the pastor as well.
Yeah, you think he's out there effing bees and smoking weed and having sex with various women?
Yeah, no, because I think he loves his wife.
But so pastors can do all these things and still be godly.
There is no man without sin.
Oh, so I should be a pastor.
You could be.
I didn't say could. I should be, because I can definitely
You
speak.
fit the description.
I can definitely speak the word.
You fit the description.
You know, you talking about charismatic. You talking about a leader of men.
Well, you would have to understand how I truly
You
feel
talking
about
about somebody who can make the people say. I said, 1, 2, buckle my shoe.
You know, Bishop Don Magic One was a preacher.
That's what I'm saying. I could be the pastor that everybody wants to see. Do you want to be him? No. Do
And
you
if
want to
the
see
saint-
him?
if the
Yes.
If the saint was a sinner and the pimp was a preacher,
Mm-hmm.
church,
Church.
you could be a pimp. You could be a preacher.
Man, you know what?
You fit the description.
I always said, man, like, people look at the preacher the wrong way. You know what? Not to go back to Kanye, but
Man, this nigga finds a way
watch
to
this.
meet ride Kanye.
This is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, though. Just like Kanye, his opinion is like, it's kind of some bullshit, right? It's like, it's not a good opinion, or it's not a popular opinion, to say that, right? But the reason why his opinion even matters is because people have said that his opinion matters. People have said the preacher's opinion matter. But really, the preacher's just somebody who can preach good. That's his gift.
I thought the preacher's gift was that he was delivering the word of God.
Say it again.
Masses.
Say it again.
His gift is that he's delivering the word of God to the masses.
That's his gift, right?
Yeah.
Me being able to deliver the word of God isn't adjacent to me living in the word of God. It isn't adjacent to me being of the word of God. I just have the gift to deliver this. Just like somebody else might have the gift of receiving. I know how to understand this. Somebody else might have the gift of translating it. Somebody else has the gift, like we have different gifts. And like because people's gifts are great, we elevate them to be more than their gifts. Like the pastor, we should respect him and be like, yeah, you're great at living the word, but holding him to a standard that he has to live like he's just a man or a woman.
He is a man. There's no man without sin.
Yeah.
I do believe that if you are in trust, if you said that you are anointed with delivering the word of God, you should live a lifestyle that reflects that. Now, that doesn't mean that you're without sin, because you're a man, you're a man or woman, you're human. So you can't be perfect. You're going to have some sort of fault or some sort of sin. Mm-hmm. So I get that. However, I do believe that you should live a lifestyle reflective of what you represent.
Is that okay? Does that apply to all things or just that thing?
I think that should apply to all things across the board. 100%. If I am a
plumber,
if I'm a plumber,
yeah,
and I am teaching the teachings of plumbing,
yeah,
I should live a lifestyle that reflects that. Now, it's a little different because the teachings of plumbing is not about a lifestyle that you live. It's more about a discipline that you are an expert in, and you're teaching people how to do it.
So okay, but hold on, I'm gonna stop right there. What I'm saying is, you are saying that because I preach the gospel, that means that I have to live the lifestyle of the gospel because I'm preaching it.
You're preaching the living word, but the living word is a guideline of rules of how you should live your life daily. So if I'm teaching this to a congregation of people, elements of it I should be living. Like I said, you're not perfect, so you're not going to be without fault or without sin.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but why? What makes me have to live elements of this because I'm good at this?
So now you're saying that you're not anointed or called to do it. You just are good at the gift of gab, and you found a hustle. So I'm going to preach this word.
No, I'm saying that me being anointed is true. Like Michael Jordan was anointed to have that gift to play basketball. He was anointed, right?
So Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant lived a lifestyle reflected of that, if you want to use this analogy.
You think so?
100% they
didn't go fuck off and they ain't go gamble off money and they ain't buck hoes in hotel rooms, butt naked, raw and ass?
Bucking off and gambling off money and fucking hoes raw and ass has nothing to do with the lifestyle that they lived with their craft of hooping.
That's what I'm saying. And
so the extracurricular,
say it again.
The extracurricular has nothing to do with basketball. Now,
okay,
this is the difference.
What's the difference?
Basketball is not a discipline that says you should live your life X, Y, and Z.
I think it does.
No, it does not.
I think it does.
It's a sport.
It infers.
It's if I am anointed with the gift of bodybuilding.
Yeah.
I am lifting weights.
Mm-hmm.
I am taking care of my body in a certain manner. So I can't be a bodybuilder. Well, no, actually,
say it, okay, yeah, get it right.
Actually, if I'm a bodybuilder, everything I'm doing has to do with my body. It has nothing to do with me fucking bitches.
So if I'm saying if you're a bodybuilder and you're saying that, okay, you are.
I'm living. Time out. All right, this is a great example. I'm a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
I'm living the bodybuilding life, and I'm preaching the bodybuilding life. So
I can't go out and get drunk every week.
100% you can. I can't be a bodybuilder and live that life and preach it if I'm not involved in the acts of building my physique.
But if I'm going off and eating cheese every day or and drinking because my body's already set and it's not going to show, is that the same thing as a preacher going off fucking up? Why is it different?
Because if I'm a bodybuilder and I'm eating one cheeseburger a day, but if it falls on my macros and I do enough,
no, I'm saying I'm eating bullshit all the time. I'm not eating healthy at all.
Then didn't know because you're not a bodybuilder.
But my body. The visual that I'm presenting to other people and my body looks like I work out.
No, because eventually it's going to show.
Okay, but once again,
eventually it's going to show. So eventually it's going to show, and eventually you're going to be shown a fraud.
But I'm not a fraud.
You are a fraud.
Okay, how am I a fraud if what I was doing was helping others? Like now I'm a fraud because what I was telling you I wasn't doing. But if you do it, it's gonna be good. But you're gonna say I'm a fraud because you're gonna say I'm a fraud because I told you the right thing to do, but I wasn't doing it.
And the bodybuilding aspect of it, I'm not saying you're telling someone to do it. We're just talking about
No.
I'm not saying that you're telling someone to do it. You're a bodybuilder. I say I'm a bodybuilder. I'm a IFBB pro. I lift weights every day. I'm a bodybuilder.
And I have a class.
Okay. And so I'm living the life of a bodybuilder.
Yeah. But
I'm fucking off, and I'm eating everything under the sun, and I'm not working out.
But my body still presents the same way.
You missed what I said. I said eventually it's gonna show.
But listen, what I'm saying. I heard that part. What I'm saying is, it takes me 20 years for my body to show effects of eating wrong, right? So for 20 years, I'm looking a certain way. I'm preaching this bodybuilding life to you. You're seeing it. You're improving. Now you find out the whole time I was eating carbs.
You misled your flock.
Hold on. But you're gonna tell me I'm a fraud?
Yeah, you misled your people.
But watch this. But everything I told you, I ain't tell nothing wrong. At no point did I tell you to do what I was doing. I never said do what I was doing. I just said do it like this. And you looked at me because what you saw, you assumed that he must be doing this way. And what I'm saying is now you're gonna say I'm a fraud. Like my word wasn't right.
If you find out the Liver King, you know what Liver King is?
No.
Liver King is a bodybuilder or he's a fitness
guru
personality, and he sells this diet.
Mm-hmm.
So he sells a diet of eating raw meat and other shit like that. Mm-hmm. And if you live the Liver King's diet with the Liver King supplements, you'll have a physique like me. All right, but the conspiracy or the other flip side of it is Liver King is probably on steroids and has had some ab implants. So there's a danger in that because he is preaching a method of taking care of your body to masses of people who could be buying into it.
Yeah.
Where it could be false.
Is it working?
No, listen, saying it could be all false teachings. It's probably not working, and it actually could be putting people in danger health-wise by eating the raw meat and some of this other stuff.
Okay.
Because they're listening to a guy who says, and I'm not saying Liver King is fake. I'm just using him as an example. They're listening to the teachings of a guy who could be teaching you one thing, but doing something else over here. And so you're misleading your flock, and you could be actually aiding in them being less healthier than being healthier.
Okay. So if I'm a preacher.
If you're a preacher.
And I'm preaching the word of the gospel.
Preaching the gospel.
10 years straight.
10 years strong. Preaching the gospel.
Same message the whole way. Found out the whole.
Put a name on it. Put Creflo Dollar on it.
Okay, just say Creflo Dollar. The whole time I'm Creflo Dollar, I've been having
20 years straight. As long as I've been an adult, and Creflo Dollar has been preaching. He's been a prosperity preacher.
Yeah.
Talking about the tithe and how much of the tithe you should be giving to church.
Okay.
Keep going.
My teachings have whatever. Now this whole time I've been fornicating with women and men at the same time in orgies. Right?
Yeah.
Am I a fraud?
Yeah.
I'm a fraud because I told them that or because I didn't tell them that?
You're not a fraud because you didn't tell them what you were doing. You're a fraud if you've been misleading your flock.
Hold up.
Telling them one thing and doing something
This is what I'm saying.
I just told you. Tell them, all right, I'll keep it in this in the conversation of Creflo Dollar. For 15 plus years, this preacher has been preaching a message of prosperity, saying if you give X amount of the tithe to the church, you'll be blessed this way and blessed that way.
Yeah.
And in reality, it doesn't work that way. And one of the only things that could have happened is that his pockets have gotten fatter. And now you fast forward to 2022, and he's reversed said message. Now, it might not be anything sinister. He could actually have newfound information about the tithe. He could have been given enlightenment about his readings and teachings of it and interpreted it a different way. What I'm saying is there's danger if you're misleading your flock or the people who are following you, giving them misinformation. I feel like if you are living a life engulfed in sin purposely, it could affect what you're teaching to your followers.
But see, that's what I'm saying, and that's why I keep going. I'm trying to get to there. You can preach all the right things and do all the wrong things on the backside.
You can't.
But in doing that, how does that make me a fraud from teaching? Because I didn't teach anything, nothing. I did, because you went under the veil and went to my private life and found something. It's private. That's nothing that anybody knew except for my people that I deal with.
So let me ask you something on a personal level. Let's say if you are the teacher,
Yeah.
all right, and you're teaching these teachings, and you're I'll put it in a very plain logic.
Yeah.
You're educating your child.
Yeah.
You know, you're educating your child on whatever discipline it is, and you're saying, look, these are the things. This is what you should do. Don't do this X, Y, and Z. And the entire time, you are doing the one thing that you have told your child countless times that they shouldn't be doing.
Okay.
Would that sit right with you? Would you be fine with knowing that you are not practicing what you preach? And then secondly, what do you think will happen if your child finds out the one thing that you are preaching you're preaching to them not to do, that you yourself are actually doing it?
Well, it depends, because there are some things that I might tell my child, don't ever do this. Don't ever do this. Because I might know what it'll do to you. And I might be doing it. But I'm like, nah, see, I didn't get this speech. So I'm fighting this demon, whatever it is, whether it be addiction or whether it be alcoholism, whether it be sex fiend, whatever the fuck it is, right? I'm fighting that demon. So me telling you to not do it, it's me having the wisdom to know, like, hey, you're a part of me. You have my addictions. You have my capacity to be addicted to things. Don't do this. Even though I'm doing it myself, that doesn't mean, just like I said, sometimes the people who can tell you the best about something to not do it are the people who are doing it. Like when a crackhead says, man, I do crack, I listen to his word more than the professor at Harvard, because he talking about what he think might happen.
Yeah,
he telling you what I know happens.
I'm not looking to the crackhead for guidance, and that crackhead is not giving me life lessons.
This is what you know what I'm saying? The professor at Harvard can tell you what he thinks might happen, what he believes, what he's theoretized about. This crackhead can give me real life experience and tell me, yeah, this is what happened. Exactly. They say this is what they think happened, but this is really what it is. They can tell you that. So there's no person on this planet I don't think that I can't learn something from. Like, I'm not above, like, listen to somebody who's not at the station that I'm at.
Well, hold on, we're not at that. I 100% agree with that. You can learn something from everybody.
Yeah, so
yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, so I'm just saying that just because it's just because they're a crackhead, that doesn't make their voice less louder to me.
Yeah, but that ain't what we're talking about.
That's what you just said. You said I'm not looking to them for guidance. I didn't say anything about guidance.
I said I'm not looking to the crackhead for guidance. I can learn a lot from a crackhead.
Yeah, but I didn't say anything about guidance.
But we're talking about someone who you're looking for guidance. The conversation has been someone who is a leader who has been giving you guidance, but you find out that they're not living what they preach.
Yeah, but I'm saying, why are you married? I'm asking you the question. Why are you married to the belief system that if I tell you something, then I have to follow that logic? Because me and you are not the same. Me and you are not. We have different paths. There's things that I might do that I might, like I said, once again, I might be like, man, I need to quit doing this. But I fall into this 28-day date theory and this in my system. I gotta get it out. But I'm gonna tell you every time I see you, hey, don't do this, man. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. With teaching with kids, there's things that I'll tell a kid to do 100 times. Don't do that. Don't do that. And they say, you do it. I was like, yeah. And that's why I can tell you better than anybody, I have to fight through this to this day because I do this. This is a habit I picked up at your age. And they didn't tell me don't do it. Or I was too stubborn to listen to them, how I would go. So I'm knowing that, okay, me telling you not to do this, whether it be lift your feet up or use your hands or whatever, however you're facing the scenario, I don't have to be the example to be the person. I don't have to be the physical example in my lifestyle for the person to be like, oh yeah, well, since he do it, I can do it. No, you don't do it because it hinders me.
So I 100% believe that if I've been charged with being a leader in any kind of capacity, if I'm leading people in any kind of capacity, whether if it's at work, whether if it's I'm a religious leader, whether if it's I'm the leader of my household, I should lead by example. I understand that I'm human, that these people are human, and we're all with fault. So we're not going to be 100% perfect, but for the most part, we are leaders who should be leading by example. And I think that we should have these efforts to lead by example. I'm not saying that, look, I get it. We're all humans. So the preacher is going to have some skeletons in their closet. There might be some things that they do that go against some of their teachings. And I am totally 100% cool with that. I do believe that if you are a leader, in any capacity, you should be living the lifestyle in which that you are teaching. If you're at work and you're a leader, you got to lead by example. I can't tell you to come to work on time and then I come to work late every day. Like, I can't do that.
But if I'm saying,
I have to set the example.
That's what I'm saying though. Watch this. If I'm closing 7 nights a week, and after I close, I'm doing everybody's paperwork, right?
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to come back in the morning at 7, and I'm coming at 7:15, 15 minutes late, right? But I'm telling you, don't be late. Don't be late. And you think, and you're saying that, oh, you're not leading by example.
You're not.
But what I'm saying is this: I'm also I got different responsibilities.
But you're also being compensated because you have different responsibilities than me.
Yeah, but
you're being compensated for it.
And your responsibility is to be here at 7.
Oh, let's keep it a buck.
That's all. That's the only.
The choir. So I just left a situation where I was 24/7. I'm 24/7. I have to deal with shit. You working 9 to 5, 5 days a week. I work a 9 to 12, 6 days a week.
Yeah.
But I also get compensated for those hours in that time.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
when I tell you, hey, you got to be at work on time at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And when I got to be at work for 10 or 11,
yeah,
I'm gonna be at work for 10 or 11 because me being the leader, I can't hold you accountable. But how I'm gonna look, I call you in my office and I reprimand you. Hey man, it's your 5th day being 20 minutes late.
Yeah,
I gotta write you up.
Yeah,
but then, as I'm writing you up, in your mind, well, shit, you 20 minutes late every day. I can't do that. No.
That's what I'm saying. But
I got to lead by example.
But hold up. What I'm saying is, I understand what you're saying, but I'm also saying that we have different responsibilities. We have totally different responsibilities.
Don't matter.
So it does because you can't equate. You can't hold on. You can't equate like you said. You can't equate what we both do the same. And me as a leader, I'm gonna tell somebody. I'm like, hey man, look, I'm doing. And I'm not talking about your situation. I'm talking about the times when I've had to do ridiculous hours. Hey man, don't be late. Come at 7. I might be a little late because I'm working these extra hours. So blah 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 blah. So that it's an understanding that I'm not giving you this thing just because of what you call it. There's real life application, and so you can understand that whatever. Me being here at 7 o'clock and we both here at 7 o'clock is not helping shit. It's not gonna be nothing to do.
They ain't got to do with my employee. So as the leader, what I got on my plate on a daily basis has nothing to do with my employee.
It
has nothing. No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
No. If
I'm a good leader,
that's what I'm saying. Me as a leader, I'm getting paid for said responsibilities. That's why I'm in this leadership position.
Yeah,
because I can handle these responsibilities.
Yeah.
That has so my responsibilities and what I have to do has nothing to do with my associates. So when it comes to me managing my associate, I manage my associate the way they're supposed to.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell my associate, hey man, you know, I got this extra shit I do at work that you don't do.
Yeah.
So, excuse me, I'm gonna be a little late. No, I'm not gonna tell my associate that. If I'm telling my associate I need to be here, I'm gonna be here at 10.
Yeah.
If my associate in the job is expecting me at 10,
Yeah.
I am there for 10.
And I'm saying that I'm gonna tell my I guess how the word is subordinate that's under me. I'm like this. If me doing my job makes your job easier, whether my job concerns you, your job don't really concern me. Your job is your job is these things. My job is these things. These things that I'm doing are backing up and making sure that your job is easier. So anything I can do to make your job easier, I'm gonna do. Now, sometimes making your job easier, it might take me some steps off the beaten path. Or I might have to do some whatever. You don't have to worry about that. You just do. And so what I'm saying is it's being transparent with my employees that like this is what's going on, that's why it's happening, like this. If I need you there at this time, you know, boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna ask. I need to be here. In fact, as I'm training to do that, I'm gonna be like, okay, this is how the situation goes. I'm gonna be with you at first. After this certain amount of time, you can handle it. I don't need to be micromanaging and be on top of you to do these smaller things.
You moving the goalposts. We ain't talking about that.
I'm just saying I'm not moving the goal. I'm just giving you a full scope of everything.
But that ain't what we talking about.
You talking about if I have 37 responsibilities and you have 2.
If me being in that management position, if I have 37 responsibilities, 39 responsibilities, has nothing to do with you, and I shouldn't be telling you I got X, Y, and Z responsibilities. That's why I'm doing this. Nah, fuck that.
No, I'm saying my
has nothing to do with what you got.
My 39 responsibilities, 10 of them are directly related to you.
Nigga, that's your job.
That's what I'm saying.
It's your job. It's not your associates. It has nothing to do with your associate, bro. It's
what
all
you mean?
Your job.
So if my job encapsulates,
if my job encapsulates me making sure my associate has the tools they need on a daily basis, and if that portion of me making sure my associate has the tools they need on a daily basis stretches my work day an extra 2 hours, that has nothing to do with my associate. And I shouldn't be going to my associates saying, well, I had to make sure you had X, Y, and Z, so I had to work an extra 2 hours. That's why I'm showing up an extra hour and a half late. No,
but what I'm saying, okay, so you're saying that because what happens at most jobs is going the extra for your associate. That part right there is not normally what you're paid for. You're paid to make sure the people that you work with have X amount of so and so. You're not necessarily paid to be to make their jobs easier. Would you agree with me on that?
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Every management position I've been in, I've been salary. That means I get paid a set salary no matter if I work 5 hours or 15 hours. So I am paid to make this program work. I am made to make this initiative work. I am made to make sure these departments are running how they're supposed to work.
Okay.
And I am getting paid a salary that is conducive to that. It's not an hourly rate. And so some days I might work 5 hours. Some days I'm working 15 hours.
Yeah.
That's just a part of the job. I'm not going to come in and I'm not going to tell an associate or insinuate to an associate, well, you know, I have to work extra 2 hours today to make sure you had these tools for your job so you can do your job. Like, no, that's not any bearings on my associate. I shouldn't be telling them that. It shouldn't affect when I come in. If I'm supposed to be in this situation at 10 o'clock, I'm going to be there at 10 o'clock.
I mean, that's just the way of, every management style has its own.
And everybody, if I'm putting emphasis on my staff, be on time. If I'm putting emphasis on my staff, be professional. If I'm putting emphasis on my staff, hey, make sure you show up with all the tools you need.
Yeah,
I can't do the opposite.
No, but I'm saying, is like I can easily say, like I said, no matter what position you are in the company, yeah, you're paid to make things go right. But once again, there's a level of making things go right. Okay, you're an associate. You went to class to do X, Y, Z. You had the skills. So I don't have to do this thing to make it easier for you because you're supposed to be competent in what you do. But I know as a manager or whatever, I know like I can add some of these things to help you go to make it go better. Also, there are going to be hiccups in the way where things that come unexpectedly. Oh, so-and-so broke down. This thing, I'm going to have to stay here and fix this. Or I'm going to have to stay here and whatever, right? So me saying, okay, look, this is not working right. I'm going to be staying late for the next, so I need you to be here on time because if I do come here and do this, this is not the best management of time. It doesn't make sense for us, for me, sometimes, like I said, if you're competent and you have a job title, I guess it's going too far, but sometimes we micromanage, or some people are micromanagers. We're like, I got to be on top of you, or I got to be there.
No, I feel you on that, but that ain't what we're talking about.
I'm talking, yeah.
And so you talking about something else. That ain't the conversation that was being had.
I don't have to.
The conversation that was being had was, am I leading by example? So
but I don't have to lead by example to be a great leader.
Shit, well, you're a horrible leader if you're not leading by example, my
But
guy.
there's not only one leadership style, right?
Yeah, the leadership style has nothing to do with leading by example.
Yeah,
bro.
some leaders are leaders by example. Some are leaders by action. Some are leaders by they lead through intimidation. Some lead through kindness.
If you're leading through intimidation, it's not a good leader at all, bro. Matter of fact, there's laws against that shit, my nigga.
So you don't think that
literally, if you go to the EEOC website, there are laws against leading with intimidation.
So you don't think that there are leaders right now that are prominent figures in the United States who lead through intimidation?
Of course, 100% there is.
Yes, and
that don't mean it's right.
I didn't say it was right. We weren't talking about, well, maybe we weren't talking about right.
Talking about what's right. Yeah.
What I'm saying is that there are leaders who lead different ways.
Well, of course, there are different leadership styles. So there are different leadership styles on how you lead by example. There are some people who look. There are some coaches are a perfect example of, I can't go do that thing that you do great with a basketball, but I can guide you and I can guide your talent in the right direction. That's someone who can't do it, but they know how to coach people. They know how to coach men or women. You know what I'm saying? There are some people who are shoulder to shoulder style leaders where, you know what I'm saying, if I say, hey, we got to dig this trench, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to sit in my truck and straight up manage you on how to dig the trench and just stay in my truck and do this other paperwork.
All right, question right there.
Let me finish.
Let
me finish. I might be in my truck and I might do my paperwork. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to get out and I'm going to help you dig the trench. Hey, JB.
Do I have to? No, you
don't have to at all.
Okay. Am I a bad leader if I don't get out and help you dig the trench?
100% you are not a bad leader if you don't help me get out and dig the trench.
And so I'm not necessarily leading by example, even though I could dig a dent.
You're leading by example because you're doing other things. You're making sure that we stay on time when we're digging a trench. You're making sure that
and that's what I was saying.
We have all necessary equipment to dig the trench. But in the same breath, if I'm telling you, say you need to be at the website. You need to be at the work site for 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And I need to be at the work site for 6 a.m. to let you in.
Well, that's not. So now you're moving the goalpost now.
I'm not moving the goalpost because the question was, I can't show up late just because I had to stay to midnight to make sure that this order dropped.
Yeah.
I'm getting paid handsomely to make sure that order dropped at midnight. So while you're leaving at 5 p.m., I'm still at this work site till midnight.
Okay.
But I'm needed at 6 a.m. the next morning anyway. So I can't make a phone call and be like, hey, bro, yeah, I had to stay till midnight, so I ain't gonna be there at 6. I'll roll in around 10. No, I can't do that. I gotta be there at 6.
I mean,
I'm leading by example because I can't write you up next month because you showed up 3 to 4 times late. Because then you looking at me like, well, shit, why you writing me up, my nigga? You was late too.
I mean, I guess, man. It just depends on the way you see things, I guess. Because so I'm like, if you can come to me as an employee and be like, hey, I'm gonna have to be late because my son, my son, I put my son up, right?
Now-
I'm gonna be like, no, the contract says 6 o'clock.
Time my book. Now that's different, bro.
Okay, what I'm saying?
It's different if like life happens. So it's different. It's different if you know what I'm saying. I have a family emergency, so I'm late on Tuesday.
No, how about this? How about I got hired on Monday. The next week, they changed my kid's school schedule, so I can't. I was coming at 7 o'clock. I can't get here till 7:15 now, right? Even though I just started. Now, you know what I'm saying, different leadership styles will be like, I've seen it happen, be like, well, nah, you said 7 o'clock, we need you for there, so and so and so and so. Some people be like, okay, cool, I'll cover that 7:15. You come. Some might be like, okay, let me see if I get, like, it's different leadership styles.
Right. I'm glad we're here. So I've actually had to deal with this before.
Yeah.
So it all depends on it all depends on what the function of work you're doing. If the function of work is, you know, you're here for 7, but I have, you know, we have different shifts. Well, me as a leader, I'm going to see, well, let me see if I can work the schedule to get you in to accommodate you. Now, if I can't figure out a place to get you in the schedule to accommodate you, then you got to show up at 7. Now, me being a leader, I am. If I'm going to be here as well at 7, and I know you've had this lifestyle change where due to your family situation, you can't get here to 7:15. Me being the leader I am, I have no issue covering whatever responsibilities it is that you have between 7 and let's say 7:30 when you can get here.
But okay, I'm saying, but there are many leaders.
There are also leaders who will say, "Look, when you took this job, you know the job was from 7 to 4.
Yeah.
If you can't work from 7 to 4, then I'm gonna have to let you go.
And
there's nothing wrong with that either.
And what I'm saying, and in both instances, it doesn't make either leader good or bad because of the way they decided to, what style they decided to use.
But we're not. But again, that's not what we're talking about.
That's the style. Like I'm saying, you said that leading by example, right? And I'm saying the example, like my example, leading by example, to make it fit in that situation was like, I'm gonna be lenient or understanding with time frames on certain things because I'm gonna expect them to be lenient with me because, like, depending on what industry you are, sometimes you might literally get called away, or you might literally have there's variables involved that you can't control. And so, how am I gonna be like? And it's being a human and being like, man, if I put myself in the situation where I'm burdening myself, when I'm getting 3 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep, like that's gonna transfer onto my job. And if I don't have to be here, if the only reason I'm coming here is to prove a point, that's what I'm saying. Now, if I have to be there to open the door, it's one thing.
I don't think you coming in to prove a point.
So sometimes I'm just saying, generally speaking,
give me an example of you coming in to work to prove a point.
If we let's say our work days from 7 to 6, right? Most business takes place in the job from 11 to 3. Anything in front of that, 99% of the time is, front desk type shit that don't need nobody. It's just, busy work or whatever, right? Just like most businesses say, that's why the lower, I'm not lower, I don't say lower, but the younger employees or the younger hires, whatever, are coming in at a certain time. Your execs and whatever are coming in at a certain time. Like they come in when the business is there. Now some people come in from 9 to 5 all the time, even though they know from 9 to 11 they're gonna be doing nothing, sitting in the office doing nothing, because that's business is never. Perfect example is our job, one of my jobs. They know I don't know if they know, there's nothing that happens in the city of Houston as far as transportation. I mean, as far as the Southwest Management, nothing happened before 9 o'clock. Nothing. You can't do nothing. You maybe can make a phone call, but then you calling somebody personally. You didn't call you ain't called nothing that's gonna go into action before 9 o'clock, right? But then you can come clock in at 6 a.m., 5 a.m. So what you doing for them 3 hours or 4 hours? Anybody on any tier of the what you call it?
Well, what time you supposed to be at work?
Is that what I'm saying?
I'm
It
asking you, what time do you supposed to be at work?
varies. It can be from 7 to 8. You set your
Well, okay, Boog. Now, if you're in a situation as a leader where you're setting your own schedule, then that's what it is. You're setting your own schedule.
this is what I'm saying though.
But if you're in a situation where you supposed to be at a place at a certain time, you got to be at the place at a certain time. I can't hold you accountable if I'm not where I'm supposed to be. When I'm supposed to be.
See, what I'm saying is this. So
And that's just a smaller scale. That's anything. That's everything else. If I'm telling you, you got to do X, Y, and Z.
yeah,
If I'm telling you, you have to. If I'm telling you, hey man, you got to go deliver these cones.
yeah,
Monday through Friday.
yeah,
Your job is to deliver the cone.
yeah,
So when you show up to the work site, your job ain't to order the cones.
yeah.
Your job ain't to paint the cones.
Okay,
Your job ain't to have the cones bagged.
okay,
Your job is to show up, clock in, pick up the assorted cones,
yeah,
put them in your truck,
yeah,
and go deliver your cones where you need to deliver them to.
okay,
You know what I'm saying? My job is to make sure the cones are where they need to be in the warehouse.
yeah,
You have your route where you need to go.
yeah,
Now, when you show up at 6 a.m. and I ain't did my job,
yeah.
that's a poor reflection on me and that's poor leadership because I haven't set you up for success.
But that's what I keep.
Whatever that looks like, I haven't done it.
Well, I said what I said was, I said that if I'm working to make your job easier, not make your job work, but make it easier. Like I'm not talking about just doing the things like getting the cones ready and having them ready to go. I'm talking about, man, so, the brakes broke on the brakes are rusty, so I had to go get some new brakes for the truck.
It's not making your job.
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
That's not making my associate's job easier.
Yeah, the truck could it can roll with some rusty brakes.
No, it cannot.
Yeah,
So that's not me making my associate's job easier.
The AC broke on the
That's
car.
me making sure my associates have the tools they need for the job and that they're set up for success.
The AC is not working in the West College. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna fix the AC.
That's not me making my associate's job
But you ain't
easier.
gotta have AC in the truck though.
That's me doing my job.
But you ain't gotta have AC in the truck. I'm doing this because I'm like shit.
You're right. You don't have to have AC in some transportation companies don't have AC.
I know, but I'm doing this. I'm saying things that I'm going over and beyond.
That is not going over and beyond me.
Putting the AC in the truck.
That's not going over and beyond me.
If I'm telling you that these other 5 companies on the side of us, none of these trucks have ACs in them. And we all do the same thing. But I'm like, man, I want y'all to have a better experience and be more prepared for success. However I say it. So I'm putting ACs in the car. It's gonna cost me money to do this. I'm doing extra for my employees.
Especially if you're in Texas, you're gonna do that to make sure you're getting a better quality of worker because a certain caliber of worker is gonna go where they got AC in the trucks. It happens every day in logistic companies.
Yeah, but
100% it happens.
It happens, but I'm saying, but if your premise is that people go to jobs and have to say so to be like, well, I'm not working there because it ain't to my liking.
100%. That's what if you're working somewhere,
Yeah.
and something is going on that you don't like, I'm gonna go work for a better company. That's why That's why when you go on Indeed or when you go on LinkedIn, they literally have company ratings. That's
Yeah.
why when you go on Indeed,
But you think that everybody that gets a job has the ability to only go to the place that they want?
Sometimes you might get that job and it's a driving job. Since we're on this, damn, they ain't got no ACs in this tractor. Man, I'm gonna do this shit and shit until I find me something else where they care about their workers a little more. That's why every quarter they have Perceptics or some sort of survey where they ask their associates X, Y, and Z. What do you like most about the company? Would you refer the company to a friend? How long do you see your tenure here at this company? Do you get the tools that you need to do your job? How do you feel about the direction of your leadership? Like, that's why they have these surveys. That come out quarterly.
You're talking about businesses that have a little bit of meat with them.
I don't care if you are a 20-year Fortune 500 business or if you are year 3. You should want to strive to run your business the best way you can.
Yeah, but
a lot of times,
do you think that?
And a lot of times,
hold up, but do you think the year 3 businesses have the overhead to be able to do surveys like to that extent every year?
100%. I can make a survey.
Yeah, but okay. So we've worked at a couple places before.
Yeah.
I know I never took any survey when we were delivering liquor.
Yeah, but we've had conversations with management about the morale of the company.
And yes, we did. Yes, we did. Yes,
so
we
it
did.
might not have been the Fortune 500 survey they dropped in your email, but there was some sort of gauge of employee engagement with leadership and what you think about this company. There was that.
So you think that
It just was on a different level.
So you think that when we went and talked to the guy we talked to, that he went back to the big boss man and was like, "This is what they saying," and then the big boss man said, "Okay, give him this or don't give him that." I mean,
it depends on what it depends.
Yeah, and
there were perks of the. Let me tell you this: there were certain things that were available to us as employees of that company that were only available because at some point it was a need of an employee.
And there was also situations in that company where we felt as if that what we went to management and said, "Hey, this is blah blah blah," and they were like, "Well, this is what we have."
Yeah, it happens everywhere.
And
it happens at the Fortune 500 companies.
Yeah,
but again, this is not what we're speaking of.
We're speaking of. I think that where we're not coming to a union is that I just feel like there are different styles of management or leadership in general.
Yeah, no,
and
I don't think that's the disconnect.
Well, I'm saying, but leading by example in leadership is nuanced because you don't have to like I said, you go to parenting. This the perfect example is parenting, bro. Like it's things I'm gonna tell my daughter not to do. I'm gonna tell her not to do that, man. I might go turn around and do it right after she leave.
I think that's bad parenting.
How's that bad parenting? Should she be doing it?
I think it's bad parenting.
Should she be doing it?
Should she be doing it?
Yeah.
If you deem that your child shouldn't be doing it, no, they shouldn't be doing it.
Well,
and
that's what I'm saying.
There are also some things, and see, it all depends on how you word it or what you're talking about, because there are also
my drugs.
That's what I'm saying. So there are also some things that I feel like are age appropriate. So yeah, when I'm talking to my 13-year-old kid, nah, bro, you can't drink Hennessy at 13. But once you become an adult, once you become 21 of drinking age, if you choose to experiment with alcohol, you have your right to experiment with it. I would suggest you use it X, Y, and Z. Don't abuse it. Respect it. Things of that nature.
I think total opposite. I feel like I'm gonna be like, no, you shouldn't do this at all. I'm telling you, as somebody who indulges in this, I ain't never seen nobody do this, and it be better for them.
Okay,
I ain't never seen nobody do it. And so how? So there's
you are an advocate of marijuana, yes or no?
What you mean advocate?
You don't see anything wrong, but you're an advocate of marijuana. We've had this conversation before. You're an advocate of marijuana. I'm not going to say you're an advocate of drugs.
Yeah, let's say yeah.
But I will say I think you're an advocate of marijuana. Yes,
let's say yeah.
Cool. So with that being said, you're an advocate of marijuana.
Yeah.
I know your stance on it. And your daughter ask you about it?
Say don't do it.
You'll say don't do it.
Yeah.
But you're an advocate of it though.
That don't mean just because I'm an advocate of something doesn't mean I think it's for everybody.
I didn't say you think it's for everybody.
Exactly. So you asked me if I think it's for my daughter. No.
Why do you not think it's for your daughter? Why do you not think it's for your daughter once she hits a certain age?
Because I'm telling her, I know if I tell her, I'm like, okay, look, the reason why I'm saying you shouldn't do it is because of what you do, and you don't get down like I get down, right? You don't do these extra things over here that I do. So how it's going to affect you is different than it affects me.
So, all right, let me stop right there.
Yeah.
The extra things that you do that she doesn't do. What do you mean by that?
I mean, she don't work as hard as I work.
What do you mean she doesn't work as hard as
she doesn't do extra? She doesn't necessarily look at living as a lifestyle. She lives.
I don't know what that means.
Meaning that I'm cognizant thinking, okay, I got to get this much physical activity. I got to do this much reading. I have these things in life. Whatever I have to get these things out the way, or I have to. These are things that keep me living. as a lifestyle. I'm living. I'm not just going through my day and doing what comes. I'm purposed in making sure X, Y, Z happens. So if I am going to have an alcoholic beverage, I know I didn't sweat it out. I know I didn't put these many hours in the gym. So if you're not going to do that, if you're not going to be cognizant of knowing that I'm refilling my body or refilling myself, then now you shouldn't do this.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you take that same approach about hamburgers? Well,
yes, 100%.
So does your daughter eat hamburgers?
Not with me.
So you've never fed your daughter a hamburger?
Not. Well, I have, of course.
All right. So and that's what I'm saying.
But but it's moderation. And that's that is a perfect example.
Yeah. So if I'm an advocate of marijuana and I say, you know what, at 15, no. At 21, if you wanna dabble in it, sure. But like everything else, in moderation. You got to make sure you're not a slave to it. You got to make sure that X, Y, and Z, and teach them the proper way. Make sure you get it from here. Look out for this. Don't take it from everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like give them guidance.
But I'm saying we talking about let's go into alcohol. When you said alcohol, like there's no conversation you can have with for me personally. I can have anybody else to be like, yeah, you should drink alcohol. Like for me, because I'm like, to me, I feel like alcohol is worse than marijuana, bro. I think the alcohol is as bad as anything else. If we don't put alcohol on the same level with opioids and with those, then we're not being realistic with ourselves.
I agree. And I've crossed this conversation with my niece and nephews, and I told them, I said, look, alcohol is I said alcohol is a slippery slope. You can't be a slave to anything.
Yeah.
And I told them, just like with everything, it's within moderation. You shouldn't drink and drive. You shouldn't go out and get overly and get drunk where you don't remember anything and black out, because bad things can happen. Like with everything, it's in moderation. Don't be a slave to it. I've told them this.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm not saying that.
I feel like I'm a hypocrite if my 20-year-old, 21-year-old niece and nephew comes to me and says, "Hey, I think I want to try some Hennessy."
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Nah, I don't drink no Hennessy." While I'm pouring up my glass of Hennessy, I feel like it is my duty to tell them about this situation responsibly. And if my guidance is, hey, you know what, this is a bad habit to have, I would suggest you not pick it up.
Yeah.
Prime example, smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Smoking cigarettes is something that I used to do, and I stopped because it was a horrible habit to pick up. If any young person asks me about smoking anything, I'm going to tell them straight up, do not smoke anything. I can tell you this from example. I was addicted to cigarettes. It took me a while to get off of them. It's a horrible, horrible habit to have. It can cause cancer, X, Y, and Z. These are the reasons why you shouldn't do it.
What about the hookah though? What about the hookah?
Oh, I'll tell you, don't do. I literally just said I wouldn't smoke it.
What if I do it in moderation though?
I literally said from my experiences, this is why I stopped, because it can be addictive.
I agree with you,
and I don't think it's a good thing to do.
And that's the same sense I have about alcohol. I'm not, or anything like that's not like weed is funny because there's medicinal purposes in weed, and you can literally have like weed drinks and weed that are you can have hemp products that are good for your body. So yeah, but you talking about smoking weed just to get high, I'm gonna say no, I don't do that. That's because I participate in something doesn't mean that I have to be like, since I do it, you can do it. Like I've been wrong about things before. I'm gonna be wrong again. But in the long run, I'm just saying that it doesn't make me no kind of way to be able to tell somebody the truth about something. Like, no, that's bad, man.
I'll tell somebody now, like, I got a 12-pack of Oktoberfest.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it is irresponsible if I sit here and drink the whole 12-pack in one sitting.
Yeah.
Some bad shit can happen from me drinking the whole 12-pack in one sitting.
Yeah.
If I drink in moderation, yeah. I mean, if I drink in moderation, use it for what it is. If it's a vice that I enjoy, yeah, drink it in moderation. Don't drink the whole 12-pack and then I'm buying 12 packs every day, and I'm drinking 12 packs every day to forget about life. Nah, that's not a good situation, and that can happen if you don't have respect for these things and treat it in moderation.
But even more so about that, going to the same note, telling a 20-year-old to do something in moderation is kind of foolish, bro. Telling a 19-year-old or 21-year-old to do something, that's kind of a foolish conversation.
It's not a foolish conversation because I can go with my experience. Both my parents, I witnessed them drink. Like my old man and my tea lady when I was younger, you know, my uncles and aunts would come to the house and they would have Domino night. They drank Seagram 7 and 7 Up.
Yeah.
And they'd drink some beer. You know what I'm talking about? Some funny cigarettes was probably being smoked somewhere. And as I got of age, yeah, my old man told me like, yeah, you know, it's in moderation. Like you can't abuse anything. And then and then with that, I also saw by example. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't see everything that was going on, but I know, you know, it wasn't cases of liquor coming in. My old man and my tea lady were coming in stumbling every day. You know what I'm saying? I saw certain examples of certain things, and I learned from, you know, what my old man or my tea lady told me, and then their actions bagged that up. That's why, you know, I have the work ethic I have, because my old man preached to me, you know, you got to work to provide for your family and provide for yourself, and, you know, make sure you're working and you're doing this the right way. He preached that to me, and then I also saw him live that lifestyle. And because of that, that's why I have the work ethic I have and the drive that I want to have to provide for my family, because that's what I saw my dad do. Same thing with my tea lady. My tea lady preached education. And then I saw my tea lady read. I saw my tea lady seeking information. I saw my tea lady going out experiencing new things. If it was a different food that wasn't of our culture, of another culture, or exposing me to different arts, or going to the museum. She preached that to me, and then I experienced it with her. And so now I learned by listening, and I learned by example. And that's all I'm saying. You have to live elements of what you're preaching. Everybody's not perfect. So yeah, my mom and my dad did some shit that wasn't perfect. But for the most part, the things that they preached, they lived it through example, and I got both teachings. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, that might be true, but like there's so many examples.
It is true, not might be.
I mean, that's true, but what I'm saying is there's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of examples of people who are successful right now, who are doing, you know, what they want to do, who are well read or well informed, and they didn't have an example in their home.
Some people do. Well, that was just one example.
No, or they or in their home, their mother might have told them, "You need to do so and so," and their mama never left the neighborhood.
Some people do shit out of spite of what they saw. Some people saw their parents never leave the neighborhood, and said, "You know what? When I get old enough, I'm going to make sure, if I don't do anything else, I'm going to go out and experience new things, because there's more to life than this 20-block radius."
Yeah, but I'm saying I can be the parent to be like, you need to go leave the neighborhood.
You can.
And I never leave the neighborhood.
You can.
And that's I gave you the right game. Just because I didn't do it don't mean you're not gonna do it. I told you what the right thing to do. I ain't have to do that for you to do that.
You're right.
You know, I mean, like I said, there's different ways of leading, and you know, different ways of leading.
No, you're right. You have a point there. I can't argue that point. That is correct. That's correct.
Anyway,
what you got next? I feel like that was a very healthy conversation, though.
I mean, somewhat. You know,
why is it somewhat?
It wasn't unhealthy.
Damn, this man said, "Yeah, somewhat." Jesus,
I didn't. That's negative.
A little bit.
Okay, you know,
a little bit.
I think I wanted to argue about something, but I forgot what it was early on.
So you do really just be wanting to argue?
No. That was being facetious.
Oh, okay.
You the one wanting to argue, man.
Not really.
You be trying to make argument. I'm like, I'm not trying to argue, man. No, man. I'm like, no, I don't want to argue, bro. Is it time? And this I'm gonna put time on 5 minutes. I got because I gotta get up early in the morning to be somewhere where it's closed for 2 hours.
I sound like you need to talk to your supervisor.
No, it's just because the whole situation is built upon a system of what's the word? A lot of the systems that we use in our United States are like you just checking off boxes, and because it's easier to check off boxes if you saw this happened, that happened, that happened, that happened, that happened, that right. The actual logistics of what's going on are based on how fine-tuned you want to go. But if I check off boxes and everything checks off, like okay, so we got a contract with somebody a couple years ago, right? And they were like, "Oh, we want to do intramural sports in the school," and they were like, "Blah blah blah," and it was like, "Oh, we had somebody that was doing it for 8 years. The only reason we found out about them doing it is because somebody twisted the ankle and ended up being an HR issue or whatever, or so and so, because it was at a certain time, right? Because checking the boxes, everything checked off. It was no need for me to go just to pull up to the school gym at a certain time. All the boxes would be getting checked off. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes the formulaic way we do things, if on paper it looks right, it's right.
It's not like you're saying somebody got hurt and nobody was there, so now someone has to be there between operating hours.
No, they was running the league. Somebody got hurt, and like I said, they didn't even know they had a league. They had been running the league for 8 years and didn't even know it. And so somebody got hurt, and somehow it came out that like, when you got hurt in the league, what league? So and so. They ain't getting in trouble or nothing. It's like they were just looking at the boxes. They weren't looking at what's going on. That happens in every industry. Like, if the numbers look right on paper to these people up here, why would they come down so many levels? Not come down. Why would they go investigate something when, okay, I gave $10,000 to this thing?
So you're telling me there was leagues going on at a time frame that people didn't know leagues were going on, right?
No, they didn't know the league was going on at all. If the time frame was set for after school care.
Yeah, but instead of after school care, leagues were being ran, right?
That was the program that they started for the after school was league.
But nobody knew this league was going on.
Nobody but the people at the school.
So when someone got hurt,
yeah,
it was a liability, and that's when people higher up found out, well, this one thing that should have been happening wasn't happening. Instead, we had a whole league being ran.
No, what happened was when somebody got hurt and they said a league, and they was like, what league? And so they're like, this right here. It's like, oh, we didn't know. And they said the staffing issue. It was a staffing issue.
That's literally what I just
said. It was established. They had people there that wasn't supposed to be there. It wasn't that they didn't have enough people. They had, because like I said, she had run a league. So then when they came back, they were like, damn, we want to run a league. They were all for it.
So they want to run it. They just want to run it the right way.
They didn't even know it was there. So what ended up happening was they came to us and was like, okay, in order to make this work the best way, we want some professionals who do this for real to come in. And that's how we got brought into the situation. You know what I'm saying? But it was, like I said,
that's literally what I just said.
What I'm saying is how they saw it was we put $10,000 in this thing and we want to see these many kids served. They didn't say it had to be any kind of way. It could be a league. It could be it could be anything.
Well, clearly couldn't have been a league because they didn't know a league was running. And once they found out a league was running, they wanted to get the right personnel in to run the league.
They wanted, because, okay, well, if that's how you want to say it,
I'm just saying, literally,
no,
it sounds
they didn't,
like
they didn't know it was,
they didn't know a league was being ran.
Yeah.
Once they found out a league was being ran,
yeah,
it clearly was a problem.
No, it wasn't a problem.
No, let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
It clearly was a problem because they didn't have the right personnel in place at that time to run the league. So they went out and got the right personnel to run the league.
Nah.
I feel like that's what you're saying.
No, what happened was...
So if that's not what you're saying, how come the people who started the league, they just didn't let them run the league?
Because I'm going to tell you why. Because for certain age brackets or whatever, they would want to do a league for the 5th and 6th grade. In Texas, in order to have sports, you have to have a 7th, 8th grade for it to be UIL. So there's no a school, if they just have 6th grade, if they don't have 7th and 8th grade, they can't have sports, right? And the same for the 9th grade centers. The 9th grade centers, I don't know how, but somehow, whatever. So they were trying to figure a way to get the 9th grader centers to have leagues or have leagues to unite them. we ended up talking to another school and to the HR lady, and she was trying to unite the 3 schools. And she told us, oh, when this happened, y'all can come in and y'all can unite the 3 schools. So it wasn't that it was a problem. It was just like they were trying to get it somewhere else. And they didn't even know that they already have one at that school. So now it's going to be all 3 schools combined through us.
Gotcha.
Or it was all through, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it wasn't necessarily a problem. It was just a HR incident because, like I said, somebody got hurt, blah, blah. Oh, who is that? So-and-so. It's a league. Oh, we know it's a league, da, 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 da. And then so happened that we trying to do a league, da, da, da. So they going to do it on their end. We're going to come in and, well, actually, we going through the motions right now to see how we're going to do it.
Being someone who has worked in HR.
Yeah.
Or element of my management was HR.
Mm-hmm.
When I found out something has been going on that we didn't know about, it's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah, and that is. It's a fucking nightmare. Because there's a lot of legalities that you have to make sure that you're set up for.
Yeah.
Prime example, when I was a safety officer in oil and gas, we were doing some seismic work near Del Rio on a exotic game hunting ranch. And unbeknownst to us, some members of our crew decided that they wanted to go out and grab a couple of deers, slaughter them, hang them from a tree, drain the blood out, and then cook them the next day on said property. And we found out because the landowner called us and said, hey fellers, some of your guys down there in the truck says cooking up some of my goddamn cattle, and I need to be compensated.
Of course.
Those goddamn shits were imported from Africa, $8,000 a head, and they got 3 of them. What you gonna do about it, sir? And I'm like, damn. It was so many HR issues, and the fact that we were working for Exxon, and they had rules about open flames on their prospects and all kinds of shit. It was like an HR nightmare, bro. And you know,
I can see it. Like,
I know it's a different situation, but it's just the HR nightmare. So when something happens, HR wise, policy wise, that, you know, it's not an issue that we're running a league, but we didn't know leagues were being ran.
Yeah.
We got to make sure we have the correct personnel in to do it the correct way, you know, so we're not liable. Make sure we're getting these kids to sign the correct waivers. So when they roll an ankle, break a wrist, you know, it's we make sure we get the proper care. But you know, we're covered on a legal legality aspect.
Yeah. Most of the time,
and it sounded like that's what happened. It sounded like they were like, "Fuck, y'all ran a league win? That is horrible. That is a great idea. Let's get some people in here who know what they're doing." Marcus, thank you for your time here for the 8 years, but you can go away and can make sure you call those uphead guys.
Yeah, sometimes it just, I mean, the way those after school programs usually work is like, and this, I mean, it's like any, it's not, most businesses give autonomy to a certain extent to employees. It just depends on how much autonomy to give them. You know what I'm saying? Like, even at McDonald's, man, you give your cashier the autonomy to be like, you don't, you know, we're not gonna serve you for whatever reason. You do some crazy, you know, I need you to, you know, you have a level of autonomy. And so bigger companies have bigger blind spots. You know?
It happened to me when I was at the organization. We won't mention when I was at after I was running an after school program. You know, one of my counselors came up to me and said, "Hey, our kids always want snacks. You know, they don't want them graham crackers and juice boxes we give them. They want some real snacks."
Yeah.
And I was like, well, what you thinking? Well, I'm thinking, you know, I can go to Sam's, buy some snacks, open up a store, and peddle these snacks. And, you know, I was like, well, shit, do what you do. So said, you know, counselor went to Sam's, bought a bunch of snacks, set up shop in the school. And, you know, she sold snacks. Just so happened she sold snacks to the whole school.
I'm gonna say, what school? What school did she go to? Because we got in trouble with that in middle school selling snacks. You can't sell snacks to the school.
No, this was a counselor, part of our program.
Yeah, you can't sell nothing to school. No, nothing.
So she set up shop and she sold snacks for like 3 days straight.
Yeah,
making a killing. Now she sat up shop at the edge of our perimeter of when we accept our kids after school. But it was also the main corridor for the school, so she got our kids and just random kids. It was only an issue because there happened to be school organizations who were peddling treats to kids, and they noticed that their traffic ceased because we had some fire snacks.
Yeah,
and they didn't say anything to me directly. They hit up one of the program directors at the time, and I got called in the office and was asked about, hey man, you still getting snacks over there? And I was like, yeah, what's up? And well, you can't do it the way you're doing it.
Yeah.
So this is what we can do. You can allocate X amount of funds a week. You can still go to Sam's and buy snacks, but you only can sell to our kids. So make sure you're selling at the opposite side where only our kids have access. I said, okay.
Sound like everything worked out.
And then me and that counselor just split the profits.
That sounds very HR-ish.
Oh, 100%. It was very HR because, it was all kind of like off the books.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
But, if you know who I had that conversation with, it was kind of like, man, look, y'all make y'all money this way instead of the way y'all making it.
It sounds like you had a leader who was very flexible. But,
It sounds like I had a leader who was on the same fuck shit as I was.
Sound like he was letting you, he let the autonomy of what you were doing.
He let our creative entrepreneurship flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very hands off. That's what it sounds like.
He was very hands on, actually.
See, man.
Pause, because that sounded like a pausable moment.
I'm going to say.
So you got to wake up early. I got to wake up early. And I need to take a pause for the calls anyway. What you got in closing?
Next freestyle.
I'm finna say my quality of audio is too good for that bullshit. You need to make sure. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna buy an aux cord that reaches to you. That way, we can have. I don't want to silence you, my brother.
I want
to make sure that you have the proper audio you need. I want to make sure that I want to make sure I'm giving you the proper tools you need to be successful.
I had a whole situation set up. You just cut me out. I was right there, bro. I was right there.
You got 30 seconds. My bladder is about to explode.
Okay. This is 30 seconds. Next time on the 16 Shots podcast, James Boogie, we'll be having guests and we'll be talking about Nourish, one of the greatest products I've ever had in my life. Look at my face. You see that? Shining, glowing. Look at my eyes. Even my eyes are looking good. Eyes look kind of red. It's the lighting though. But remember, it's the 16 Shots podcast. I'm supposed to look right here.
Your skin only looks flawless because it is this video.
Is it? Yeah. See, I'm gonna just bring my camera next time. That's why I'm gonna bring my DSLR. Pause. Every time I see DSL, I think about DSL. So, stick second lips.
I know what it means.
Okay,
I know what it means.
Pause.
Thank you.
Every time I hear DSLR, I think about that.
You have zero respect for audio quality.
Bruh, I'm an audio quality specialist, bro.
You are not an audio.
I am an audio quality specialist.
You're not.
I had to say it in Spanish. That's how special I am.
Matter of fact,
specialist.
I feel like if you were in charge of any sort of quality control, you would be fired.
in the audio, my audio be fire, son.
Quality, no, it'd be trash sometimes. It'd be garbage sometimes.
The only time my audio,
And then I'll be like, Bug, your audio kind of trash. And you'd be like, it's probably on your end.
it do be your end, man. That's the part of
Does not be my end at all, bro.
I'm like, man, I can't hear what's going on.
You literally walked in here and was like, I can hear what's going on now. So that lets me know and should let you know that it's not on my end. It's 100% on your end that you couldn't even hear your own audio when you were at home.
I just had turned something off. That's all. But my audio quality was still fine. It was still, when I play back.
Did we love whose family said, man, it sounded like Dub be sitting next to me, but it sounded like Boogie be in a garage somewhere.
See, that's one pod, bro. That was one pod. I was having a technical issue. I fixed that. It's all that has been cleared up.
This has been another episode
going to some
of
old
the
stuff, man.
16 Shots podcast with young James Boogie, the excuse maker.
We're gonna reveal Dub's trip next time.
Tell me how you took, and I'm gonna tell you what I
We're gonna
meant.
go on Dub's trip next time. Here we go.
Talking about instruments to get the bitches, man.
And we out.
These